Alrighty. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to episode 23, I believe, of Rime the Frostmaiden. We have a smaller group tonight, for sure. I say tonight, but it's like 1 in the afternoon. But yeah, small group today, so nothing bad can come of that, surely. And yeah, let's go ahead and get straight into it. So, for the recap of last session, last time on D&D, the party rushed back to Ten Towns to attempt to intercept the dragon. Skipping past Dugan's Hole, they found Goodmead abandoned and destroyed. Making their way to East Haven gave them their first actual encounter with the Chardelin dragon amid destroying the city. Sustaining a fair bit of damage in the fight, the dragon eventually fled north to continue his rampage in Caer Dineval and Caer Konig. After assessing the damage in town, the party learned that Speaker Whelan and Captain Imdra were among those killed in the attack in East Haven, though Mr. Whelan's death didn't appear to come at the hands or breath of the dragon. Agreeing that they couldn't spend time going up to the northern towns, the party took a long rest and went to Bryn Shander, which they found bustling with refugees from East Haven and Goodmead. They made a quick stop towards Targos to warn the militia of the dragon before going north to Tourmaline, which they found almost completely destroyed as the dragon was finishing its assault. Rather than pick a fight in Tourmaline, the party decided to make haste to Lonelywood to hide all the citizens in the kobold tunnels beneath their inn before they made their successful last stand against the dragon, so now they can actually for real call themselves Dragon Slayers and not be lying about it. So we pick up, right after you guys slayed the dragon, I think, which is where we stopped last time. So yeah, you see pieces of Chardelin just, if you recall, the dragon kind of exploded when it died, so there's just like shards of Chardelin just all across this part of the town, basically. It's a bit of a radioactive area, I guess.
Okay. A bit of a health hazard.
Yeah, a bit of a health hazard.
Desmond, you got any of those like buckets of like mayo or something that you can just like coat over it to maybe then just like freezes over? Or do we just like bury this? Because I feel like we shouldn't have this material just like out in the open for any little kid to come and like touch or put in their mouth.
I don't have any buckets of mayo, no. We have a bag of holding, but I don't think we want to keep this. Plus, it's quite a lot. Is there like one large? Is there any like piece of the dragon left, or is it like all scattered about?
No, yeah, there's still the big central shape of the dragon. It's just like mostly pieces of like the scales of like the outer armor is what like kind of the shrapnel that went everywhere. But yeah, it's like probably like the dragon is like 50% still intact. It's just like half of it is just like lodged into buildings and like in treetops and just in snowbanks and stuff.
Well, I can psychically gather the smaller pieces in the one pile. It'll take me some time.
There's also some buildings on fire.
Yeah,
probably took care of that with his water.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, well, I took care of like the big ones.
Yeah.
Like this one and this one. I can only cast Wall of Water once.
Yeah.
But I can. I guess I'll work on other houses to try and make sure that nothing else burns down.
Okay. Fair enough.
I have nothing for fires.
You guys see Burley go over to one of the houses and he started yelling again, and then I'm just gonna start punching and cast Gust of Wind and just like start directing, because you can like change the angle to extinguish flames, and you just see him just like punch as like a sprinkler system to try and put out as many flames as he can.
Yeah.
It's concentration for a minute, so
yeah, you're probably able to get a good amount of it going.
I'm just running throughout the town now with my
punching the air.
Yeah. Might look slightly silly, but also slightly cool.
Yeah, I mean, it works. So
Have you seen him do that before? This is my first time.
Yeah, it's one of my big
just showing off.
Well, I don't necessarily think I feel like showing off is more something that doesn't get the job done. This is literally the only thing I can do now to put these flames out, so I don't see you doing anything.
Yeah,
I will, gather up some snow, throw it on any open flames.
Wow.
Yeah, it really helps out a lot.
Wow.
well, actually, I could. There's one thing I can do. I could gather like a like a large quantity of snow with my telekinetic movement, and I could put that on a fire.
I think we basically got it.
Yeah, you spend a little bit of time. You're able to contain the fires and slowly put them out. There was only like probably no more than like 10 buildings.
Mm-hmm. And we got here before the dragon, so the map isn't 100% accurate.
Yeah, not completely accurate.
Yeah, there's no bodies.
Yeah.
So, we
That's
just
one crisis taken care of. What about the Charlatan?
Do we just dump it?
Take it to the water and drop it off.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I feel like,
What if they're gonna corrupt some fish?
yeah, there's been a sea monster in that water already. If there's another one of that species around and then it gets corrupted by Charlatan, that sounds
It was like
big
a
issue.
druid, that one.
Well, yeah. Well, the creature still, I think, lived in the lake, and then it was awakened by the druid. Is my understanding of what went down there.
So,
I think we got a berry.
We could bury an entire dragon.
That
will
would take
take-
one.
Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe that'd be something for more like strong people. Maybe like
I'm right here.
Yar and John. They seem like they really want to.
You're standing right here.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm pretty tough. Yeah. I think we'd be able to. I think we could bury it. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so I think you two specifically seem like really up to the task to do that menial labor, monotonous, that'll take multiple hours, maybe a day, maybe even a full session, who knows.
Yeah, I think me and Yar can handle it. Yeah, don't worry. We'll be on cleanup duty for the dragon.
Boom.
All right, that takes care of that. Well, we should go tell the townsfolk that, they're no longer in mortal peril. Should
Yeah.
That take the load off their mind.
Yeah.
Maybe.
All right, I'm heading to the inn.
All right. You guys head to the inn, head downstairs. You see Nimsy has been passing out some of the cookies that she had on her sheet as you guys interrupted her. Yeah, everyone's some of them look a little, understandably frightened, but yeah, Nimsy looks up at you as you come in. Oh, did you take care of the monster?
Yes, we brought it down.
Oh, good job. Here, I still have some cookies left if you'd like some.
I would love some.
Yeah, I'd have some cookies.
She hands you each a cookie if you want one.
No, I give mine to, some of the kids.
Okay, one of her grandkids comes over and takes it happily.
There we go. There was some minor, some property damage in the process, but no
Not by
buildings
us.
are
but,
completely
by the
destroyed.
dragon.
Well, I'm sure we'll be able to fix it up in a jiffy.
Yeah. In the meantime, we have a few rooms here. How many rooms do we have? 3?
I think so.
We have to be upstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe everybody can now that it's safe. Once I guess the storm dies down, people can return to their homes, and then
Yeah, it was storming.
yeah, and then if there is any like major structural damages, you can stay here for a little bit, free of charge.
You see, Twiggy was like kind of starting to extend a branch, but then he pulls it back.
Yeah, just free of charge for now, just so we can make sure everybody is good and protected from the elements. And I'm sure we can get everybody's home back up and running lickety split.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we have plenty of able-bodied lumber workers here, so a lot of loggers that are pretty good with construction, so I think they'll be able to help us out in a jiffy.
Excellent.
Is there let me do a perception check. Where's the big bad? Where's Trex?
Okay. You do not currently see Trex.
Oh no. I'm worried for the big bad, but nothing I can do about it.
Is all our extended employees down here? We got the mummy, we got the shrubs.
Yeah, you see the mummy, you see the shrubs. It looks like somebody must have carried down the 2 potted plants.
Yeah, because they can't move.
Yeah, you see one of the kobolds, but yeah, a couple of the other ones you don't see right now.
Did we see Trex when we came down here? When I came down here earlier to investigate the tunnels?
I honestly don't remember.
I feel like I
be
thought-
straight up. I don't remember.
Well, it's okay. I don't necessarily have any leads on the Trex mix.
Yeah, we're still looking for
Just Trex.
the woman in white.
Oh yeah, she's gonna be upset that we used that spell scroll.
Yeah, maybe we didn't. Who knows? I guess we'll have to talk to Eldon and see what came of that.
No, I'm pretty sure you used it.
Yeah, no, we spoke to our bard friend in East Haven, and he was able to send a message with it.
Oh, dope. Yeah, for some reason I just can't remember exact details of something that just happened yesterday.
Did the dragon hit you on the head?
Yeah, I got a
hard?
Quite a few times.
couple of good hits and maybe some Chardolin embedded in my head. Who knows?
You should probably
Oh,
go
well,
down
that wouldn't be good.
Yeah,
That
I
would
was
be
kind of
terrible.
like directly punching it with my fist, so maybe that's probably not the best idea.
You don't wear gloves?
No, it's more of just like raw emotion that shields my fists.
What?
Yeah, you just gotta harden the exterior with your mind. Have you ever tried that, like meditation?
What's that?
Don't worry about it. It'd take too long to explain. You can just keep hitting things.
I feel like you could do more damage with a weapon.
Well, there's this thing. You're right.
Like maybe get you like a big sword.
So anyways, yeah, it's been good meeting you all again, and pleasure to be back.
It's always good to have you.
Is it like nighttime? Is this something where we should be long resting?
Yeah, it's nighttime.
All right.
Yeah, we should settle in for the tunnels, and then in the morning the storm will be past, and we can decide what we're doing from there.
Dope. I am
Alright.
down to rest.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah. All right, you guys can take a long rest. Nothing eventful happens. Yeah, there are some people that have to stay in the rooms upstairs, considering their houses were kind of burned down. But yeah, other than that, most of the people make their way back to their own homes. And
Nice.
yeah, the morning has arrived.
Oh yeah, I probably would have warned anyone leaving. I thought that they were all staying at night, but if any of them left during the night, I would warn them not to touch the dragon or any black shards.
Sure, you have like some police tape around the area. Just
Yeah, you got a lot of police tape.
I have rope, but not tape.
Yeah, you can warn everyone about it, so they know not to touch that stuff now.
Excellent.
all right. Well, now that it's the morning, do either of you have any big plans, big ideas? Because I, for one, am still pretty worried about the state of my town, the state of my people. Kind of just passed by Bryn Shanders, and I maybe saw one or two of my denizens, but I'm not exactly sure if there were any casualties or what became of that. So, unless you guys had any other pressing matters, I feel like it may be best to head on over there.
Yeah, we could go over to Brent Shander, and then we could stop Tourmaline on the way, see if they need any quick help.
Yeah, we can definitely do that too.
Since he destroyed the whole town.
Yeah, he did do a number on Tourmaline.
Yeah, we kind of just ran by, but they look like they were on fire.
So, when you're maybe you don't understand this, Scrappy, but when you're a leader, sometimes you have to make the tough calls, and I'm sure once you're older, you'll have to make some of those tough calls too.
But there's nothing pressing to be done.
I know
There is no tough call.
I'm not now. I meant like in the future.
But why would you say it now?
Did you get hit in the head, man?
I think, yeah.
Alright, well, I guess maybe just start drinking, because maybe that'll get your head right.
I feel like that usually would make it worse.
For you, sometimes...
I'm not a doctor.
For you, it seems to be the happy medium. You gotta get just the right amount of buzz going.
I no longer have my alchemy jug, so...
Wow, that's, really hankering for some
sad.
mayonnaise right now.
Yeah, it'd be pretty cool.
Did Arian know?
They messed up the pizza, so they made us
No.
Oh, Desmond's talking to someone real quick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's talking to one of the town members.
Yeah, one of the town members.
Yeah. Sorry about that. They were talking about a food delivery.
Yeah.
Oh, they
We
just
could-
look right here.
I was gonna ask if we had any alcohol here at the inn yet. Have we stocked up on that about?
Yeah, Goldmead was supposed to send us a shipment.
What did you just say?
Oh,
Broly
good
just
meat.
looks very seriously.
Good meat. Sorry, the head injury kind of.
Scrappy man.
But Goldmead sounds pretty good. You should get some of that.
You're cruising for a bruising right now, man.
Oh,
Bryn Shander.
All right, heading out to Bryn Shander.
I think that's the plan.
And then
Alright.
drive
We
by
have
Tourmaline,
Yeah.
Sure.
assess damages.
Okay. Sure. So you start the journey. When you get to Tourmaline, you do see. I mean, pretty much what you saw last time. Not really a good look. Almost every building is like pretty much destroyed. There's like a couple houses like on the eastern edge that are like only kind of partially damaged, it seems. But yeah, almost everything has been like completely burned down.
Dope. Right. Should we go in, see if there are any survivors, anything like that? We should probably.
Yeah. Who knows? Yeah, we
Yeah,
should
let's go find
ride
out
through
what's
town.
happened.
Yeah. So I guess I'll.
Sure. Yeah, you can give me investigation checks if you wanna.
Yeah, I'm looking
this
for Oris.
Sure.
Woo, baby.
All right, so you spend some time looking around the city. You do see a lot of bodies. You don't necessarily see Oris anywhere. I mean, some bodies are a little bit, charred and hard to recognize. One thing you do notice is that like there's not like a lot of bodies. Like definitely less than 100, and Tourmaline's population was like closer to like 600 or 700. So like. You imagine a lot of people must have got out somehow. You don't necessarily know where they are, but yeah, it seems like a lot of the town was able to evacuate somewhere.
Do you think they took shelter in the mines?
That certainly could be a possibility. Now that
Seems
I think
like-
about it, but
Yeah, see, if I was, the speaker of Tourmaline and I had to pick somewhere to hide in a hurry, I think the mines would be my first pick.
I don't know if we should necessarily go all the way out there, though. I feel like, because how far away are the mines?
It's like 15 minutes.
15?
Yeah.
On Axebeak.
Do you guys want to head on over to the mines just to check it out?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd
we
like
could.
to, I'd like to
quick
see if there's
stop
any
by.
survivors.
Yeah, because I guess if they were hiding there for safety, they wouldn't necessarily know when it's safe to come out.
Yeah, we gotta tell them we
Yeah,
got the job
and
done.
if they don't have a speaker, maybe they can get a new one.
Well,
And maybe, since this is already a black dot, we call this Good Mead 2.
Scrappy, I love the energy that you're putting out here, and I'd be lying if I said it didn't cross my mind. But first things first, remember, we gotta make sure the people are okay, and then after that,
Oh yeah, totally.
Then we can talk about the
But I wouldn't be
aftermath.
remiss to, not see any.
I like your gumption, man.
All right, to the mines.
To the mines.
Okay. You take the 15-minute trek out northeast.
What? Trek?
Nope. I said that word and I'm like,
I'm on to him.
Yeah. So you get to the mines. When you go down into the mines, pretty quickly on, yeah, your assumption was very correct. There's a lot of people that seem to have evacuated to the mines. You do, after a quick glance, you do see Oris is there.
Oris! I walk up to him.
He looks over at you. Oh, it's good to see you. Yeah.
Broly.
Right, Broly. Yeah, sorry. You're new. I'm still kind of getting the hang of all your names here, but sure you're really glad to see that me and my townspeople survived. I made a really, really tough call that we had to abandon the town, but I think it was the right one. And he kind of he's talking loud and kind of looking around a little bit when he's talking.
And I look at Scrappy. Yeah, sometimes you have to make those tough calls.
Yeah, see, you speaker to speaker, we get it. It's a tough job, but only the toughest can hang with us, right?
Yeah. Well, I had to make some tough calls. The speaker as well. But I would like to inform you, and I'll talk a little louder, and all the people in here that Broly Flounder and his squad have defeated the dragon, and we are all safe to return.
You hear some chatter amongst everyone. He's like, "That's amazing! Great news, Mr. Flounder!" And he just kind of turns around. You hear that? We defeated the dragon. It's dead. And some people are clapping. You're not sure if they're supposed to clap, but
It has fallen. The body is up in Lonelywood, where
Yeah, we're gonna mount it,
we took care of
right,
it.
guys?
No, well, we're working on disposing of the body of the
I think we're gonna
dragon
mount the head.
because it's all Chardelin, and so we don't want people. We don't want people to be taking, being in contact with that. So we're having some people dispose of that right now. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure that everybody here was okay, and let you know that it's safe to return, so you don't have to stay here for much longer.
Great news. Yeah, I know. Some of the townspeople in Tourmaline, they. I was probably a misunderstanding. I mean, I said I think we should all go to the mines. Then some of them went to Bryn Shander, but like, I'm sure they're fine. But yeah, probably just a complete misunderstanding. Maybe they thought there wasn't going to be enough people in the mines because I know otherwise they would have probably came with me. But yeah, we got about probably half the townspeople here and probably the rest back in Bryn Shander. Unfortunately, I think a lot of our militia did valiantly perish in the fight, but yeah, I think a good amount of our town did survive. So you know,
Yeah, we passed by Bryn Shander, and it was packed with people. So I imagine some of those were your citizens. We're going to be heading over to Bryn Shander to reassess as well, because we're not exactly sure who all survived. I know, unfortunately, Mr. Wayland in East Haven has passed away.
oh, that's unfortunate. I did like him. He was a good man.
Yeah, very well organized, very good with his thoughts. So fortunately, he's passed. But we need to assess the damages on the other towns as well. So
Right. Well, maybe we should hold like a meeting of speakers. I think we might that might be a good idea. Actually, we haven't had one in quite a while. So
Wait, you guys have meetings?
yeah, like every few months, we all the speakers kind of get together. Just
Like all of them.
Yeah.
Dope. Yeah. Dope.
Even a small location.
Yeah, even the small ones.
Dope. Yeah. Yeah. I could fit that into my schedule. I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well. Where does that? Do I need to wait for like a formal invitation? Is that like kind of a everybody just kind of figures it out, and then do we go to a secret location?
We'll usually meet up in Bryn Shander. I mean, now's as good a time as any. I mean, we usually do it every like 3 months or so, and we haven't done one for a while. So, yeah, I feel like this is probably a good time to call one. I mean, I can go up and grab Nimsy, and we can head on down to Bryn Shander and kind of rally the troops, so to speak, and meet up in a few days' time there.
Yeah, that sounds good with me. It'll be my first meeting, so if there's any tips or anything you think I need to know, then hey, I'm all ears.
Yeah, I mean, usually we just kind of go over updates on the towns. I mean, this would probably be a good time just to kind of assess the damages everywhere. So
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, dope. I guess we'll head out, and I'll see you there in a couple days.
All right, sounds good. Hey, thanks for checking up on me. I know you were pretty worried.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Very worried.
All right, safe travels.
I was hoping like a situation like that would have made him a little confident in his own abilities as a leader.
He's when you're on like that JV level basketball team and every person needs an award and you just give him like the hustle award. I feel like he just needs to stop working so hard, or try and show that he's working so hard, because really, I think it just comes off inauthentic, and it's not a real good look.
What's JV basketball?
It's back where I'm from. You wouldn't understand.
Okay.
It's a fish thing.
Do all the fish play it?
Well, I mean, like, not all of them, but, like, the dope, like, athletic ones do.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
You don't know what athletic... Well, I guess, yeah, maybe you wouldn't know what athletic means, but, like...
Well, I just meant, like, how could fish be athletic? Don't they all swim the same?
Do all people run the same?
Yeah.
Are you sure about like that head injury? Like, are you?
And I seem to be fine.
Yeah, we all slept off our injuries.
Yeah. All
Better than
right.
ever.
Guess we'll head on
Nothing a long
over.
rest can't fix.
Head on over to what town, Scrappy?
Yeah, the Brinchander.
There we go. All right. Let's go.
Are we circumventing Targos?
Well, Targos, there weren't damages.
Yeah, no. So I don't think we really need to stop in.
Yeah, we really don't need to stop in Targos.
Wait, but we need to get the speakers.
No, I don't think we need that one.
Oh yeah, that one.
I'm not really looking forward to this whole speaker meeting thing. It's
Yeah.
I didn't really ever think that it would be a thing that would happen, but now that he said it, it kind of makes obvious sense that eventually the speakers would all meet. But it's not looking forward to this Maxi guy. He's out to get me, I know. So I need to be on my best behavior.
I mean, last we heard, he was nowhere to be seen or no one seemed to know where he was during the attack.
Yeah. Most likely went and saved his own skin.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't want to make the tough calls that the job required.
Yep.
Alrighty, heading to Brinchander.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alrighty, you spend most of the remaining hours of daylight making your way from Tourmaline to Brinchander. When you arrive, yeah, it's still as crowded as ever. People just kind of everywhere. It's a little not enough room in the inn for all the hundreds and hundreds of refugees that came to the city.
It's a little packed here.
Yeah, I say we just head straight to town hall.
It would actually be pretty unlucky the fact that we don't have like an inn here because the business would be booming.
I don't know if I'd feel comfortable charging people.
Well, yeah, no, I'm talking about like in the theoretical world, if these people were here not under the circumstances.
Oh yeah, then yeah, in that theoretical space, then yeah, business would be booming.
A lot of theoreticals.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I guess we'll head to town hall, give an update, because I guess they maybe don't know that the dragon was taken care of yet.
Yeah. That would have been something we could have told Targo.
You know, they'll find out.
We'll send them, what was that guy's name? The guard.
Paul.
Jim Revere?
Jim Revere, yeah.
Jim Revere.
I think it was.
We'll send
I think
him.
it was Jim Revere.
When he gets back from Bremen, we'll send him.
Yeah.
Well, he was from Targos.
Yeah, he was working
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Targo.
So he was in Targos. You guys told them to warn Bremen about a dragon attack and to evacuate.
Mm-hmm.
So, assuming he did his job, most of Bremen's residents are probably in Targos right now.
Okay, we'll talk to Jim's twin brother Paul, who lives here in Brinchander,
Okay.
and we'll send Paul over
Okay.
to tell Jim and Targos.
Do you know where this theoretical person lives?
He's probably at the inn, where everyone else is.
Yeah, I guess we could have let Targos know, but I mean, Oris was going to get Nimsy and probably gather the other speakers. I don't exactly know how these meetings happen and how all the speakers are contacted, so maybe that's something that we'll have
Probably all have
know.
sending stones.
Wait,
I wasn't-
Duvessa, my bad.
All right, so where are we headed?
Town hall.
Okay.
We're making our way on there.
Making our way.
Axe Peaks.
Alrighty.
Road's a little crowded.
Yeah, you're really having to navigate these axe peaks carefully.
Ooh.
You see a lot. Sometimes there'll just be a kid just standing in the road staring at the axe peak, and you have to like really swerve it out of the way. Yeah, you do eventually come upon the town hall and head inside. You see a few things. So you do see Duvessa, and you see the sheriff Markham in there. You also see Speaker Maxie is in there.
Oh God.
They haven't noticed you yet. You have time to leave.
So this is the guys we're supposed to talk to.
Yeah, this is what we rode here for. I'm still going up. What's Broly do?
Broly hesitates, breathes heavily a couple times. He's like, all right. I just like huddle the three of us up. He's like, okay. If he jumps me, it's 3-on-1. I think Doofus is on our side, really 4-on-1. So I think we can take care of him. I think we should be fine.
Yeah, we could definitely take care of him. I don't think that was ever the issue.
Yeah, you never know. You never know what kind of evil allies he has. So we just need to be careful. But I'll keep my eyes on him.
All right, stay on going.
Hello.
And they turn to look at you. Duvess is like, "Oh, welcome back. You're alive, so that seems like a good sign."
Yeah, it was a touch and go for a little bit, but yes, it is true. I don't know if you did hear, we were able to slay the dragon in Lonelywood.
Wow, that's very impressive. You have our thanks. I mean, the towns could have been destroyed if not for you. So.
Yeah, it was looking a little dicey there. We saw there's a lot of damage in Tourmaline, but most of the citizens were able to evacuate to the mines there.
I think some came here as well.
Yes, some are here as well, and then all of the citizens of Lonelywood, we were able to save them. So
fantastic.
No damages there.
Wonderful news.
What about the cares?
We
Koenig.
We haven't seen anyone from either of those towns come through, so I'm not sure entirely.
There was like the 2 towns we couldn't really help, so.
Right. We'll send some scouts out to see if they can assess what's going on. Did you run into Speaker Oris?
Yes, I did. He was, of course, super ecstatic, super elated that the dragon was taken care of. And then he mentioned to me, which is something that I didn't know happened, he thought that it'd be good to have like a speaker meeting, which apparently you guys have every couple months.
We do, yeah. That wouldn't be a bad idea actually, just maybe a really quick one, just to kind of touch base with everyone, see the extent of all the damage on the towns.
Yeah, so he was gonna get Nimsy and then come here. I don't know how you all contact the other speakers to know, but he just said that Bryn Shander was the place to go, so I wanted to head here and also to let you know about everything.
Right. Yeah, we'll send scouts up to Caer Dineval and Caer Koenig, and we'll send one out to East Haven, and then Maxie chimes in. Oh, I can send one of my men out to Targos and Bremen to see if we can make sure old Shale Scar is able to find his way out here. And she's like, yeah, he's I would be surprised if he's able to make the journey. Maybe they'll just send a representative for Bremen instead of him. He's a bit up there in age at this point. I don't know the last time he left Bremen, actually. It's like, okay, well, yeah, we'll send someone, see who they got to send out. Should have at least somebody from them.
You said Jim.
Who? Oh, Jim, right.
He's pretty good.
Sorry, I'm not sure of a Jim.
He's one of the guards.
Oh, is he?
Jim
Sorry,
Revere.
so many guards, it's hard to remember them all.
Oof, good look.
Yep.
And then if you, I think I did see some of my citizens from Goodmead here. Did you have you talked to any of them? Did they all make the travel? I heard they were able to cut through the woods.
I believe most of them did make it here fine. So I think Goodmead was able to evacuate.
Awesome. Okay, because I'll wanna check in with them before this meeting just to make sure everything's okay. Because I imagine the meeting wouldn't be for a few days now.
Right. We need to gather everyone. So still probably a couple days away at this point. 2-3 days maybe at the most.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I did, in our travels, I created a couple sending stones. And so I'll hand one to Devessa, and then I'll hand the other one to Broly. So if you ever need to contact us, here's these sending stones.
Oh, well, that's very convenient, actually.
That actually is.
It's only once per day.
Oh,
But
and you made these?
Yeah.
Wow, it's a very useful invention. I'm sure you have a lot of other really useful things.
I've created lots of useful things. I had a jug that could create like any liquid. It was pretty cool. The others didn't like it, so I stopped using it.
I see. Well, yeah, we'll definitely be able to use these sending stones.
Yeah. Thanks.
All right. If you ever need to contact us, there you go.
Absolutely, I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
So if you want to put like a sticky note or a post-it note next to it, saying like Broly Flounder and the gang.
I'll jot that down.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I guess I don't exactly know where everyone from your town is staying. I mean, there's quite a lot of people here, but maybe the tavern, maybe the town square. I honestly don't know. There's, probably about twice the amount of people than normal right now, so it's a lot to keep track of.
Yeah, but everything's okay. Your economy isn't like crashing or anything.
Not yet.
People.
It might though. Who knows?
Yeah, so try and get these people sorted out here pretty soon. But yeah, I'll want to go talk to my people, see if Ulavessa is here and whatnot.
Very well. Yeah, I guess just look around. I really don't know where everyone is. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, and I'll throw it out there that like if you need anything, let me know. But I'll also, even though the dangers are taken care of, my guard is still up for anything. 100%. My perception is up there. I am not letting any threat touch us. And Broly kind of like briefly side eyes Maxie.
He kind of looks at you, gives you an odd look, and is like, it's good to keep your guard up, Mr. Flounder, so...
Yup.
Yeah. The Durgar are still around, so that's always a potential threat. We did kill the king, but...
But there are still some around?
Yeah.
I see. Well...
And we still have to talk about the whole East Haven situation. I don't know if he brought up at the speaker meeting, but we believe he was murdered. We just don't know by who.
Yeah, I think we did mention that to Duvessa last time, but yeah.
Yeah. And there has been, it's not the only speaker that's been attempted. An attack has been placed. So, something to think about.
So, yeah, I'll, good to keep in mind, for sure.
Dope. Alright, well, I won't take up too much of your time, because, guess, I don't know if you and Maxie were doing something. It's kind of, wasn't expecting him to be here and not, in his town, but...
Yeah, he was in town for business, over the last day or two, so, yeah, I guess he was already here when the dragon was attacking.
Right. Cool. Well, I'll let you guys get back to that. Take care. Be safe.
Will do.
Cool. Broly, like, slowly starts walking towards the door.
Okay.
Yeah, we're walking up.
And most of that conversation, so again, the Sheriff Markham was in the room. He was just kind of like... He seemed to be understanding what you were putting down.
Yeah.
So he just kind of like gives you a nod as you leave.
Yeah.
So I was just thinking about it based off our talking there, but since the East Haven speaker was murdered, is it possible that it was Maxie? Since he attempted to abduct you.
It certainly could be, but I am a little sketched out the fact that he's here and not in his town, because...
Also,
Yeah, what a coincidence.
When we spoke to the bartender, I was under the impression he left shortly before we arrived, but now we're learning he was in Brinchander for a few days.
Yeah, the bartender thought he had, like, just left kind of recently.
Yeah.
So there is some sketchiness there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe the barkeep was on his side in the sense that he kind of made the stories a little gray as to when he left for an alibi, but it's I think that's an interesting theory, and I 100% wouldn't put it past him because he's a slimy dude. But I feel like it would also be hard to time that because of the fact that, like, at this point, all we know, correct me if I'm wrong, but at this point, all we know is the fact that Maxie was trying to sabotage me, but he
Yeah,
did.
because he wanted the other guy to be the speaker, right?
Yeah, he basically paid for thugs to assist Shandar Froth to try to get him elected speaker.
Yeah.
So it could be a thing where he's trying to get specific people to be elected speaker so he has more power.
Yeah, so if there's an election in East Haven, or how that would be, we would need to vet the candidates pretty well.
We'll have Eldon be the speaker.
I'd be very concerned if there was a Shandar moth that started to run. Just had a funky mustache and some glasses. You never know, man.
Yeah, we do need a venom. All right, let's find your people.
Dope. Yeah, so I will start looking for Uluvessa.
Okay.
Is it Oluvessa or
Olivessa.
Olivessa? Yeah.
You say it wrong every time, and I always correct you, and it just never changes.
Matt, make a note. Make a note.
There's also Duvessa.
Yeah, there's Duvessa, there's Olivessa. They're two different people.
And they're both like Broly's like number one.
Yeah.
His rider dies.
Yeah. It's tough. You should just ask one of them to change their names.
You might.
Or you just call him something different.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll go to the inn first,
Okay.
and then the town square, or...
Sure. Yeah, you can head to the inn. So you head in, so you do see, looks like Scramsax, the innkeeper, is looking pretty busy. There's quite a lot of people around. He kind of sees you come in, he's like, oh, good to see you. Broly, right?
Yeah.
Man, I gotta tell you, business is booming right now. I would feel bad for anyone who doesn't own an inn right now and taking advantage of this sweet opportunity for business. I tell you what. But were you looking for anything? Just here for drinks, or?
Well, no. I'm looking for some of my citizens. I don't know if you remember, but I am the speaker.
Right.
Good mead, and so I know there were some good meetizens that were making their way here, so I'm looking for Oluvessa. She has hair that looks like this.
Oh, right over there, and he points to a table in the corner.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, if you need anything from me, just let me know, all right?
Will do.
Great
Thank
movie.
you. So I will start making my way
How you going?
to Oluvessa.
All right. She sees you walk over and just kind of waves at you.
Oh, Vessa, hello.
It's good to see you in one piece.
Yeah, it's great to see you too. I was honestly extremely worried that you didn't make it, so I am glad that you're all in one piece.
Yeah.
How have things been? How are you?
Well, we're doing okay. Yeah, we did survive, but I mean, I think the only reason we survived technically is because others didn't. I guess we saw some attack going on in the distance in Dugan's Hole, and we thought we didn't really know what it was, just a bunch of flashes of light. But it was weird enough that most of us were spooked out and figured we'd hide in the forest for a bit just to wait out what was possibly going on. So, looks like we made the right call.
Yeah, you definitely did, and I'm glad I could trust you to make those tough calls when I wasn't there.
Yeah, I mean, we did what we could to make sure everyone was able to get out safely.
As far as the head count, as far as casualties, were there any, or were there? Or
Not that I'm aware of. I think everyone was able to make it out just fine.
And are most people here somewhere in the town?
Yeah, scattered around. I don't know exactly where. I mean, we kind of talked as we were all leaving that the town's destroyed. We'll hopefully try to rebuild it eventually, but maybe stick in Brinchander just for a little bit until things calm down, and then head back over to Goodmead. We'll see what we can do with it.
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea. When we did pass by, we did see that the what is it, the mead hall?
Yeah.
Mead hall.
Most of the mead hall was intact. I think the bees are fine. So I think
That's good.
as far as that, we can rebuild, and I think we will rebuild. And I'll make sure that I'll stick up for our town, because we do have a speaker meeting here pretty soon. So I'll want to make sure that all of our needs can be met, and make sure our people in our town can survive.
Great. Yeah, we'll try to rebuild as soon as we can. But yeah, I think people just want to take a little bit of downtime just to make sure nothing else crazy is going to happen.
Yeah, and just to set the record straight, that dragon that was attacking the towns, we did take care of it, and so it will not be an issue anymore.
Thank God.
Yeah. So it was a team effort. It was a team effort.
Well, It's good to hear you guys were able to take it down.
Yep. Yeah, it was pretty easy. Once it finally landed on the ground, it was.
Was it easy? I feel like it wouldn't be.
It was not as much as Scrappy wants to make light of it. It was a very difficult task, but it's something that our adventuring group trains ourselves in, and we thought we were the ones up to the task, and we were. So.
Well, glad to have you around then. You're really coming in handy.
Of course. That's what a speaker should do for his people.
Right.
Well, take care, and I'll flip her like 5 gold. Just get around on Mr. Flounder.
Yeah, will do. We'll see you around.
Take care.
You too.
All right. Well, that is all Burly Flounder needed to do. So all of his people are taken care of. The speaker meeting is going to be happening in a couple days.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if either of you guys had any big plans for now or what.
I have no immediate plans.
I suppose we could just help with the rebuilding process. I don't know if there's. Do we go to Goodmead and see what we can do there?
Well, we've seen it, and I don't think there's a lot we can do at this moment without.
Yeah, there's not much that you could do in like a day or two.
Without some laborers.
Yeah. So maybe we just wait until after the meeting.
That's in, 2 days? Maybe we should head to...
I guess we could, while we're waiting here, we could come up with some new plans for the town. since we have to rebuild everything.
So you're talking about like the architectural design,
Exactly, yeah.
the city layout. Don't you normally like hire somebody to do that, to like design the city, to make sure all the traffic flows nicely and to make sure it's kind of like pleasing to the eye?
Like, maybe at a big city.
Scrappy, have you not heard what I've been harping on this whole time? That it's real. It's very how should I say, bad when you keep classifying big dots, small dots. It's a very classist thing to do, and
No, I was just saying, like, in a big dot, there's a lot more buildings and people, so traffic really matters. But in a small town, it's kind of like a one-shop stop.
Scrappy,
it's like one street town.
Just put the shovel away, because I think you're just digging yourself deeper.
I don't have a shovel.
You think, maybe not city planning, but maybe we should check on, I don't know, some of the smaller towns while we wait for this meeting to get going. We haven't investigated Dugan's Hole. We haven't heard anything from the Care, Koenig, or Dineval.
The Care, Dinevog, and Care Koenig.
Yeah, I mean, it would take you like most of the day just to get there, and then you have to do another day back.
This
might be a
yeah. You can just chill in town for like a couple days until the meeting.
All right.
Yeah, let's just chill in town.
Go on a bar crawl.
While we wait, can I acquire some thieves' tools?
Sure. You could probably pick some up.
Speaking of some thieves' tools, last night I was doing the sending stones, right?
Mm-hmm.
I also came up with a new idea.
What?
Gloves that help you out when you're trying to lockpick something.
Gloves of...
Scrappy, you are on fire.
I would dub them
lately.
gloves of thieving or thievery. Haven't quite decided on which one of those two.
Scrappy, I'm telling you, man, you're on fire now. So keep up the momentum, because this sending stone and that theoretical glove of picking a lock.
Even better, the gloves are invisible.
Whoa. Well,
what?
Isn't that like bad? Because what if you like lose them or like isn't like?
Well, no, they're invisible when you put them on.
Well, yeah, but isn't like half the part of clothes the fashion, the energy that you bring with the clothes?
How do they work specifically? Do they just make it easier to pick locks, or
make your fingers very nimble?
What's the mechanical standpoint?
So, like, on a scale of like a +1 to a +5.
+5.
Yeah.
And do you have to be proficient with these tools?
Oh, you're asking all the questions over here.
Because I'm pretty dexterous, but I haven't spent time with thieves' tools enough to be proficient.
Well, Scrappy, aren't you proficient?
Oh, I am. I'm proficient. Let me just consult my manual.
And Desmond, if you do want to buy thieves' tools, you can. It's just 25 gold.
25 gold?
Yeah.
It costs to be a thief.
Yeah.
All right, I'll pay the 25 gold. Let me get out of my inventory.
Alright, in my manual it says these gloves are invisible while worn. While wearing them, you gain a +5 bonus to dexterity, sleight of hand checks, and dexterity checks made to pick locks.
Oh, so I don't even need to be proficient.
No.
Oh, even better.
Good old magic. Obviously, I don't have those right now, but I can make them.
What would you be getting rid of?
could get rid of the sending stones, which I probably won't, since I just gave those.
Give them over, and then the next day, Duvessa's trying to, hello? That scrappy guy scammed me!
I have a +1 radiant weapon I can get rid of. Or I can get rid of my spell refueling ring. If anything, I'd get rid of the ring. Nah, maybe I get rid of the weapon.
I mean,
I could get rid of the weapon.
The weapon was pretty useful in that fight.
Yeah.
Our regular weapons weren't really doing a lot of damage, but magic swords were cut.
Again, Scrappy. I bring it back to the energy aspect of it. If you really commit your mind to it, you can actually punch through magical things. That's one thing that I don't know if you realize. That's something that I can do. Is that if you just will your energy into your fists, then you can even punch ghosts, which is a pretty dope thing.
I do something similar. I will my energy into items and make them better.
But not.
So it has to be an item.
Fists.
My fists aren't items. And there's a limitation on how many items I can will my energy into.
It's kind of weird. I don't really understand the mechanics of it, but sure.
Yeah, all my power is in my mental. There's no energy being moved. It's all mental power.
Must be nice to have no limitations.
Well, it comes with limitations. But I'm improving. I might have some new tricks up my sleeves.
Yeah, in approximately 3 levels, I would have some really cool tricks up my sleeves.
Wow, you're just talking way over my head. I don't know what you're talking about with the levels.
Yeah.
Well, you see, the better you get at willing your energy, the higher levels you become.
Okay.
Right now, I'm at approximately level 7.
Okay. Yeah.
But once I get 3 more levels, my mind was going to explode with awesome power.
Desmond, I don't want to rush you by any means, but I want to reiterate, it's all about the branding. It's about the marketing. So if you're thinking, you don't have to say it now, but just know, I'm expecting something huge.
Huge? I don't know about huge. I've been liking your, you've given a couple of my moves like a double D.
Yeah.
The Desmond delivery.
Yep,
the Desmond defense.
And yep.
I've been working on a new one.
Ooh, okay. Well, I'm excited to see that in action, and then I'm sure either one of us will have a good name for it. So stay tuned. And Broly turns to the camera.
Dastardly Desmond when you're picking a lock.
Ooh, devious.
Ooh, that's a good one, devious.
Devious D.
And when you're charming someone, you're dashing Desmond.
Are
you ready, Sound?
I don't have a way to charm anyone.
Well, I mean, with your not magical charm, but
just
the charm
with
of personality.
Your smooth voice, your.
So far, that hasn't worked.
Your witty personality.
The time we tried to interrogate, were either of you there?
I don't think
interrogate? So. I'm gonna need some context.
No, we were interrogating a Druigar on a boat.
Nope, I was not there.
Yeah, neither of you were there, but what's her name? The one with the inventions was talking to me that I was translating for, but because I was translating for her, I had to be the one to lay on the charm, and we just couldn't get anything out of this guy. So the charisma aspect of things, I'm pretty terrible at.
That's fine. We can work on it.
As long as you look the part, the rest will come easy.
Is it all in the looks?
It's all in the looks, man.
Desmond sort of squints and he looks off in the distance. Is it something like this?
Well, yeah. I mean,
I meant more like appearance, aesthetics.
Yeah. We can work on it. We can work on it. The delivery is maybe.
Desmond.
Well, we already have
delivering destruction.
Well, he already. Scrappy, that is already one of his
Sorry,
moves.
I heard a D word.
Yeah,
I was trying
the
to bring it
Desmond
back.
delivery is literally one of his moves. It's
Yeah.
his bread and butter.
Okay, my bad.
Come on, Scrappy. And again, this is why it's all about the marketing, the branding. Because if even one of your allies, one of your closest allies, doesn't remember one of your main moves, then like, how do you expect the kids in the streets who are chanting for Desmond, their hero? How do you expect
I don't
them
think
to
you should
know?
hold me that standard.
Well, yeah, I know. Head injury and all. I understand.
My brain's just thinking of the vengeance. It's hard to remember the rest. And the blueprints are in the mine.
Sure.
Now I'm thinking of architecture for your town.
Yep.
That's gonna take up like 20% of the brain power right there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, are we fast forwarding 2 days?
Yeah, I've got the thieves' tools.
Burley doesn't have anything he's doing.
Yeah.
Do I get the gloves, or are we holding off on the gloves?
Holding off on the gloves.
Okay.
All right, so a couple days later, most of the speakers have arrived into town. So, Broly, you've been summoned to the town hall. The other two can tag along if they want. No one specified speakers only necessarily.
I'll have my hood up and I'll pretend I'm his bodyguard.
Okay.
And maybe just like lay low. Maybe just pretend, and then like if you have anything to say, just like message it to me. Just like do some.
Yeah, they call me
signs.
subtle Scrappy.
Yeah.
Is that what they
and
call you?
I can bring it up, but I don't want to step on too many toes here because I don't necessarily think it's a public meeting. But
Say you're worried because one of
I'll
the
slip
speakers
you a
was
note.
murdered, so you want bodyguards just in case.
okay, yeah. Sure thing. All right. How do I look?
You look the same.
Well, okay, yeah.
Did you
but
do something different?
Do you have your bag?
I styled my hair slightly differently.
Did
but,
you use
know,
mayo?
No, I used a very normal, not tingly comb.
Oh, how's the comb treating you?
You know, like it's very, it's
Is it
very
small?
It's dull. Some of the ends of it are broken. Like it's honestly just some coral that I had kept. I could really use like a better comb, but it's fine. You know, I look the part, so I'm ready.
Mm-hmm.
My feet are a little cold, but it's fine. I'm ready.
My boots are very nice for my feet.
Yeah. Like, all right. I will head on in to the super secret lair of where the speakers meet.
All right, so you head to the town hall, the big building directly in the middle of town.
I want it to be cooler, to be like the Bat Cave.
Yeah.
The speakers are all sitting around a stone circle table, all arms crossed, sizing each other up.
Okay.
There's the round table.
You go inside and you do see there is like a large table that most of them are sitting by. You see a couple people that maybe you don't know. There's a red tiefling there.
Oh God.
I don't.
Was
Do
that
you
the
know?
trunk one? That was the
No.
trunk
No.
speaker.
Yeah, there's a red tiefling there that I don't think any of you know.
No.
He's not sitting at the table. He's like kind of off to the side, like standing against a wall, just kind of observing.
So then I kind of like motion to Scrappy and Desmond to kind of do the same, but on an opposite wall.
Yeah, and you see Sheriff Markin is also in the room, just
Okay,
kind of scoping it out. So he kind of nods at you as you come in, and it nods at Scrappy and Desmond, kind of giving them like the okay that you're fine.
Okay.
Alright, I'll nod back.
Same. Then I'll take my post on the opposite wall.
Yeah, so sitting around the table, so of the people there, you see, let's see, so obviously Duvessa's there at the table, you see Maxie is at the table, You see Tally is there from Bremen.
Okay.
Nimsy is there. She actually has a plate full of cookies in front of her. You see Oris is there. You see Cranach Seaver is there.
Of course he is.
You see Trovis is sitting there.
Oh.
And you also see Prudence from East Haven.
Oh, hell no.
You do not see anyone
Edgar.
from Dugan's Hole. You do not see Edgra.
Who was from Bremen? Is it the biologist?
Yeah,
Tally.
Tally.
Okay.
And yeah, Duvessa kind of nods at you as you come in. She's like, hey, I think that's everyone as far as I'm aware. Yeah, I guess thanks for meeting on a short notice. Thanks, Oris, for recommending this. Is a good idea. Just really quick meeting, not going to be here too long. Just kind of wanted to get a general update on the towns from everyone. So, yeah, I guess, I mean, I can start, I guess. I mean, this is just going to be a really quick informal one. It's kind of, last minute thing here. But, yeah, I believe there were a few towns that weren't attacked by this dragon, Brinchander being one of them. We have hundreds and hundreds of people staying here, which is totally fine. I'm not saying we need to kick anyone out by any means, but yeah, it's a lot more people in the town than we're normally used to having, so don't know exactly how long we'll be able to house all the refugees, but by all means, they can stay here as long as they feel the need to, but yeah, there wasn't any actual damage to the town here, so thankfully the dragon was able to be taken care of before it got to us. Maxie then chimes in, yeah, Targos didn't get hit either, but we were getting prepared for it. We had ballistas and everything ready, so, Mr. Flounder, him and his crew did a fantastic job, and we would have been able to handle it in Targos anyways. I don't think it was going to make its way to Bryn Shander. She's like, okay, well, if you say so. He just kind of nods smugly. Tally chimes in as well. Yeah, nothing happened in Bremen either. Some guard that he looked really unimportant from Targos came and told us to all evacuate, so most of the citizens of Bremen are actually staying in Targos right now. We'll probably head back to Bremen soon after this meeting, once I head back there and inform them of what's going on, but yeah, nothing really too exciting happened in Bremen. I guess, and she kind of looks around and is like, my name's Tally, by the way. Not the speaker, but Shaleskar was, we didn't think it would be good for him to make the trip all the way here. I mean, just getting him to Targos was enough of a hassle in its own, so they just sent me. I'm kind of I guess, I'm acting as the speaker, kind of, sort of, while he's, indisposed, I guess is the best way to put it. All of them just nod. They're like, yep, makes sense. It's like, they're all fairly aware of the situation with him. Nimsy goes next, and she's like, oh, well, it was really scary. There was a really big dragon, but Broly and his friends were able to take the creature down, and I think everyone in Lonelywood was able to survive. We had a couple of destroyed buildings, but yeah, other than that, we all hunkered down, had some cookies, had a little bonding time while the dragon was attacking. If we didn't know it was out there, it would have been a great time. But it was a little scary. But besides that, by the way, does anyone want cookies? And she hands the plate out. You see a couple of them.
Broly's taking cookies.
Yeah, Broly, you take one. A couple people take them. They're like, okay, these are good.
I take 2 extra and kind of just put my hand behind my chair.
I immediately snatch one of them.
I'll use my invisible mage.
Ooh.
To me.
Yeah, you see a couple of them watch you do that, and they're like, okay, nodding. It's like, that's interesting. So next up, Oris chimes in. Yeah, see, the dragon did a big number on our town, unfortunately. Pretty much all the buildings were destroyed. The one of our inns, the East Way, it was, well, I don't know if you've all been there. I mean, most of the inn is actually underground, so, you know, the dragon didn't do a whole lot of damage to that necessarily, but pretty much every other building was destroyed. Unfortunately, most of our militia did perish. We lost, so far from what we've seen, we've lost about 60 of our soldiers, so... yeah, not looking too great here, but, you know, I made some brave calls, some tough decisions, was able to get most of the town evacuated, and thankfully everybody else did survive safely, so, averted as much of the crisis as we possibly could have, but, you know, had to make some tough calls, as only a speaker could, and everyone's just like, okay, like, nodding, like, okay, like, this guy is something. Next up you see... Trovis kind of like... One thing you notice about him, he's very, like, he looks really, like, solemn, I guess. He's kind of, like, sunken down in his chair. Like, you also, this is the first time you don't see him with, like, a bottle of booze. And he just, like, he's really quiet, like, not making eye contact with anyone. He's just, like, yeah, most of Caer Konig was destroyed. I didn't really see it happen. I was not exactly... And he just kind of, like, doesn't finish the sentence. And there's, like, an awkward pause for a bit, and he's like, yeah, I think about a third of the population was... killed. Most of the buildings were destroyed. Yeah, I wasn't able to fight it off. And he just like kind of... He looks like really disappointed in himself, basically, is the best way to put it. And Devessa just kind of nods. She's like, it's okay, Travis, we understand. And yeah, she doesn't even know how to word it, because he looks like he's just... You get the idea that he was probably, you know, passed out and is, like, really beating himself up over what happened. Next up, Crannock Seaver pipes up. Well, it was very scary, but luckily I survived. I know you were all very worried about that. But most of the town people, unfortunately, they did get attacked and killed. It was quite tragic. Luckily... myself and my associates employees, we were able to hunker down in the fortress and be perfectly fine. But unfortunately, everyone else in the town, they, you know, their smaller buildings weren't able to really keep them as safe as my castle. But you know, that's just what happens, I guess. It is quite the shame, though. But like, again, luckily I made it out fine. We'll be able to rebuild better than ever, I'm sure. And Duves is like, did you not, like, let them into your castle? He's like, oh, well, you know, I didn't really want to go outside. I was just kind of, you know, hunkering down in the fortress, so if I went outside, the dragon could have attacked me, and I figure, you know, but at least if the speaker survives, you know, the town's still there, right? She's just like... I don't even know what to say to you.
Does he have a glass in front of him?
No, he's just not.
Darn it.
I like the idea, though, Desmond.
And yeah, she's like... Duvessa gives you a look, Broly, of like...
Yeah.
It seems to be clear she does not like this guy.
Yeah, Broly sending those same vibes right back.
Yeah. And then we get over to Prudence, who chimes in. My name is Prudence. It's nice to meet you. I'm currently, I guess, operating in East Haven. Unfortunately, Speaker Vellynne was killed in the attack. Unsure exactly how he was killed, but he didn't seem to be burned, so we're still investigating that. The captain of the guard, Imdra, was also killed, though she was killed defending the town from the dragon. Approximately, and she like pulls out like a like a notebook that she seems to be like very prepared. She's like, we counted approximately 250 casualties, roughly a third of the population, including most of the town's militia was killed. Like I said, Captain Arlagath was slain as well. Mr. Whalen was unfortunately killed in some manner that we're not entirely sure of, but like I said, we're still investigating. Most of the survivors of the town did flee to Bryn Shander, though there were still some that stayed behind to kind of help others evacuate. And she kind of looks up from her notebook. Right, it's nice to meet most of you. Then she kind of like shrinks back into the chair. Juvessa then kind of looks to you, Broly.
Yeah, right. So, of course, most of you know, name's Broly Flounder, speaker of Goodmead. It was unfortunate that we couldn't meet on better terms, but this was a dire threat that me and my team, and I kind of point to Scrappy and Desmond, we were made aware that there was a threat in the southern mountains, the spine of the world. Is that what?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so we went there to assess the damages, to see what the threat was, and it turned out that there was a Durgar army that had created this Chardalyn dragon that then was let loose on the town. And so then we were racing against the clock, we even split our party up, and we had great brave man, Eldenum Trowel, very established author. He was the one who took the news to East Haven, who hopefully then was able to get the news spread to other towns. And we unfortunately were not able to stop the dragon from Dugan's Hole or even my town of Goodmead. But luckily the citizens were able to, thanks to Olivessa, they were able to escape into the forest and then to Bryn Shander, so there were no casualties there. We thought it'd be best if they continue on to Bryn Shander as well, but the Mead Hall, that building at least is still there, so we do plan on rebuilding there. And then, as most of you are now aware, me and my team were able to track down the dragon to Lonelywood, where we were then able to slay the dragon. Yeah.
I appreciate the report, Mr. Flounder. You'll notice that no one from Dugan's Hole showed up. We did send scouts there, but we're not confident anyone survived from there. So, as far as we're aware, there's no one left to really reclaim Dugan's Hole. Though all the buildings were completely razed, there's not really much left there for a town anyways. Well, I guess, does anyone have any requests or anything? Like I said, anyone that's evacuated to Bryn Shander is welcome to stay here for the time being until you're able to get your respective towns, fixed up a little bit.
I did have something that I did want to just, make people aware of and just see if other people know anything more. But with the passing of Mr. Wayland, I personally am somewhat concerned due to the fact that we also checked in on his body and it did not seem to be the attack of a dragon. So it would most likely then assume that he was killed by some dubious means. So I do feel like maybe there should be a proper investigation into what happened to Mr. Wayland as such, because we do not want that happening to anyone else.
And Prudence chimes in. Yeah, there's an investigation being started right now. So it's being looked into.
Right. And Prudence, where I don't mean to pry or anything, but I did try and contact you when we were in East Haven, but we were not able to touch base with you. So
I took the first wave of refugees over to Bryn Shander, so we must not have crossed paths.
Right. All right. Just wanted to make sure that everyone was aware of that. And as far as rebuilding goes, I guess I, for one, know that my people are very, very motivated in wanting to get back on their own feet. We do have some great lumbers and good mead that I'm sure can help with the rebuilding of the town.
Lonelywood as well has some.
Lonelywood as well, and so if I'm not sure how meetings went before I was here, but I do urge and I would strongly emphasize camaraderie, some teamwork, really to make sure that we can all get through this, because this is a very, very catastrophic event that happened. So I feel like the best course of action would be that we all work together for the greater good.
Maxie chimes in. Very good point, Mr. Flounder. I do think we should all kind of bond together as speakers and members of the 10 towns. So, by all means, Targos has plenty of able-bodied workers that would be happy to assist in rebuilding other towns.
Awesome.
Yeah, most of the speakers, kind of agree that they'll be able to kind of send assistance, like especially from like Bryn Shander, Tourmaline, Targos. A lot of people had still survived. Although Tourmaline has to rebuild their town as well. So yeah, a lot of people from Bryn Shander and Targos will probably be able to help. But yeah, Lonelywood has some loggers and carpenters that should be able to assist as well. So yeah, we can yada yada that part a bit. But people basically kind of start talking about the process of rebuilding towns. Yeah, who's gonna kind of send aid to which towns and all that.
Dope.
Yeah.
That's all Mr. Flounder had.
All right. Well, there's nothing else any of you had, and I guess we can call that a successful meeting. A bit of a brief one, but it was really just to kind of check in to make sure everyone was all right and we knew all the situations in all the towns. And everyone starts to kind of, say their goodbyes, get up and prepare to leave. You do see the red tiefling leaves with Maxie, so he must have been there with him.
Oh, hell no!
But yeah, you see everyone kind of slowly starting to leave.
While they're filtering out, I'll try and flag down Prudence.
Sure.
Just try and pull her aside. I had a few more questions about Mr. Whaleth.
Yes. What were you interested in?
What? So you were taking the first wave of refugees from East Haven to Bryn Shander.
Correct.
Before you left Bryn Shander?
Wait, repeat the question?
Did you see him before you left East Haven?
Oh, okay. You cut out a bit. Mr. Whalen, you're asking about if she saw him.
Mr. Whalen.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was still there, I believe, when I had left, but obviously I don't know exactly what happened to him afterwards. I left pretty early on in the attack.
Mm-hmm. Did he have any visitors prior to the attack?
She thinks for a bit. Not that I'm aware of. I don't believe so. At least not that day, not the day before, no.
And when we looked, there was a mess of Chardolin in the room. Has anyone ever inquired about the Chardolin fixture?
No, though I do know there was a report of some Duergar that had apparently been, I believe your crew was involved in that had been trying to stockpile Chardolin, so it's possible. I mean, my assumption is there were some Duergar still hiding around potentially. But beyond that, I mean, nobody was, interested in it other than the fact that, it, stands out whenever they would come to visit.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we cleared their base of operations in the area. They were operating out of the ferry. We didn't speak to the ferry owner himself. Do you know if he's still around?
Um, he wasn't with my wave of people that came through to Bryn Shander, so I mean, it's possible that he came here later, otherwise he could be in East Haven if he survived. I know there were some people that did stay behind. But I haven't seen him since leaving.
Sorry, just writing a few notes.
It's always good to write things down. I mean, I always carry my journal with me as well.
Yeah, we call him Detective Desmond.
It is kind of my specialty. Is there any enemies you can think of that maybe had it out for him?
Not that I'm aware of. Most people had good thoughts about Mr. Whalen.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not aware of any enemies or people who wish ill upon him.
Did he ever have any visits from Maxie?
Yeah, occasionally he would come by to visit.
When was the last time Maxie stopped by?
Last month, I believe. It's been a while.
And do you know what it was in regards to?
No, he said speaker business, so I didn't pry beyond that.
As the acting speaker, do you have access to any records he would have kept?
Well, I mean, I guess I have access to the building if that's what you're asking. Is there something you want me to look into?
Yeah, perhaps any dealings with Maxie, if there was any sort of notes relating to that.
Okay, I guess I can scrounge around his office, see if there was anything he kept in there.
All right. I believe that's all the questions I had at this time.
All right. Well, if anything else comes up, I mean, you'll know where to find me.
All right, yeah.
And she wanders off.
I group up with the other two.
Oh, how'd I do? I was, palms were clammy. They were,
Your knees weak.
Oh, you still remember my... It was a pretty iconic, line.
That's all I remember, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I can do a rendition of it later, but, it's...
Yeah, you should have should have been your speech.
Yeah.
No, I don't think that would be appropriate.
Yeah, really.
And we could have had some dancers, like a choreography going on.
It wouldn't be appropriate.
Can I have all you guys give me a perception check?
Oh God, we're about to get murdered.
Broly is locked in!
So Scrappy.
Oh my God, 2 natural 20s in a row.
Broly and Scrappy. So you see, you're just kind of like, Desmond wouldn't see because his back's to it, but like you guys are still kind of like in the building like before, or as Prudence left out. You see out the corner of your eye, you just kind of look out the window and you see it looks like 2 faces just kind of like peering over the windowsill. And then when they see you, they kind of like duck down. It looked like 2 kobolds. One of which, its face was like partially, opened up and melted a little bit. Doesn't look like exactly alive still, but was still moving around. So yeah, you saw you were definitely being watched.
Immediately nudge Broly. Hey, did you get that? Did you see that?
Yeah, of course. I nudge Desmond. Yeah, you see that? You see
So
that?
what do I see?
Wait, you didn't see it?
You didn't see it?
No, I was unwrapping the cookie from the meeting. I wrapped it up in a napkin.
Oh, I ate mine immediately when as soon as I got it.
I was worried about the crunch and the echo.
Broly's just gonna quick run outside and just look for Nas.
Yeah, I'll come out with Broly as well.
Okay. So you go outside and you go to the other edge of the building, and you do see a few kobolds just kind of crouched down below the window, and they look over to you. It's like, ah, oh.
Hey guys, you remember me? How's it going? Hi.
They kind of like look at you and like kind of back up like nervously.
No, it's okay. Remember, we're friends. We're friends with Nass. Isn't Nass the person that because if I'm assuming these are the dead kobolds that were accompanying with.
This is Vellynne or Vellynne.
Vellynne?
Yeah, Vellynne.
Oh, Vellynne.
Yeah, it looks like two of Vellynne's kobolds.
Okay, yeah, sorry. I didn't say Nass. This is Vellynne.
Nass is who
Sounds more like villain.
Yeah, we're friends with Vellynne.
Oh, yeah, Vellynne. Oh, come.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. I'll just kind of slowly go with them.
Okay, and they bring you around to the back side of the building, and you do see Vellynne is there, and she kind of looks up at the two kobolds, and she's like, "Oh, did you find?" And then she sees you all. She's like, "Oh, you brought friends. Oh, this is kind of perfect, actually. Look, I didn't mean to, pry on your meeting necessarily, but I sent two of my associates here to see if they could hear anything interesting that was going on. Just looking for more information about what's going on in the towns. But now that you're here, I do have another job for you if you're interested at all. Kind of on the saving 10 towns level of importance, I believe.
Well, I highly doubt it is as important as our last saving 10 towns level, because I don't know if you did hear, but it was our group that did slay the giant dragon that was wreaking havoc all over across the 10 towns.
Ah, that would make sense. I mean, you're all pretty powerful, aren't you?
Yes. I just wanted to preface, whatever you have might not be to that level, but...
Well, I think it is, actually.
Wait, is there another dragon?
No. Well, maybe.
2 dragons?
I don't want to say no, but I don't know for sure.
It is a nefarious murder plot.
Broly
Possibly,
speakers.
technically, arguably.
Broly's just looking back at everyone else like, uh-oh.
Not exactly a murder plot. More of a, See, we're all friends here, right?
Right, yeah.
Best friends.
Except, wait, what'd you say?
Best friends.
Okay. Right, well, can I trust you with all this? We're speaking in confidence here.
You have speaker's honor.
Very well. So, see, the thing is, I don't like to tell people this. People get the wrong idea. I'm with a group called the Arcane Brotherhood. It's like a cabal of wizards, I guess, so to speak. We get a bad rap for some reason, but that's neither here nor there.
Is it a kobold of wizards?
Yes, a kobold of wizards. And she just kind of like looks at you. She's like, no, I said, never mind. Look, I came to 10 Towns on a bit of a archaeological excavation, you could say. See, I'm trying to find the ruins of an ancient city buried somewhere in the ice under here. It sounds crazy, but there's supposedly a city called Ithrin. It's a lost fragment of the Empire of Netheril. I don't know if you've heard of it. I don't know how much you study ancient history by any means. But, very ancient, powerful magic society. Wizards would create all kinds of magical items that are scattered across the world today.
I'm interested.
See, I already knew. I told you it was important. See, I believe if we could find this city, it will hold magic beyond our wildest dreams, and I think we'd even be able to find something that could end this winter, so I'm sure, as a speaker, you'd be very interested in that, correct?
Yeah, I'm down to stop this winter. I see no issues with that.
Great. Well, see, that's why I need your help. I'm in a bit of a pickle. I'm running into a bunch of dead ends. So last we spoke, I was investigating I guess you could say a known location of frost giant ruins is where I took the group last time, and as the DM, I can't remember. Were all of you on the mission with her
I
last time?
was.
Okay.
I was
Wait, what mission was this?
the one
You-
with where I don't think was
I don't
Scrappy?
think I was.
It was the
Yeah.
the big circle of like giant thrones where you like fought in that
Oh
gauntlet.
no, I
And they
wasn't
were
there.
all chanting,
No.
Broly, Broly.
Well, um,
We got a horn of blasting out of it.
yeah.
I think we gave it to Glow.
I don't know. I think technically I have it because we were going to give it to him, but then he was like,
Oh,
never
yeah.
in any other sessions.
Yeah.
We all
Somebody
did.
has it. I don't know who.
It's still in my inventory.
You probably have it still then. Yeah, that horn of blasting, it's really cool because it's really powerful against like things made of like glass or like ice or something, or like magic
Yeah.
black like ice metal.
Oh, huh.
Yeah.
But no,
So
it's
we had that the whole time.
yeah, you had that the whole time, but that's neither here nor there.
Useful magic items. I'm sure everyone's harping at me, but there seems to be someone else here that is holding out.
You really think I'm going to risk taking 10d6
Yeah,
damage?
it can literally blow up. Like, what's the chance of that? Is
20%.
it? Yeah,
That's
20%
pretty high.
chance to just blow
Sounds
up
like
every time you
Broly
use
no
it.
balls.
But yeah, she continues. As I was saying, using some divination magic, the Arcane Brotherhood, we did learn that the city was buried deep somewhere beneath the Ragged Glacier out to the east. But the glacier can only be cracked open in a very specific place, some large waterfall that once flowed down the side but's now frozen. So we've been trying to locate that location as well as some sort of magical artifact that's said to be able to crack open the glacier. If we can find these things, then we'd be able to, hopefully, fingers crossed, be able to locate the city and find all the magic inside. And of course, and she points over to Scrappy, he already seems very interested in a magical city. I mean, think of all the things that we could find down there that could possibly be helpful. And I know for sure, at least, there should be something that should be able to help out the weather around here. Are you familiar with well, you're not familiar with the Empire at all, the Netheril Society, correct?
Nope, absolutely zero clue.
This is, yeah, no, the only history I have for this place is Netherese Empire.
Oh, that was the Empire, but they fell thousands of years ago, so a lot of their records are kind of lost to history, I guess. But you have heard of them at least.
Yes, I've read a bit about them.
Right. Well, most of their cities were actually held aloft by some magical means. I mean, they had magic beyond our wildest dreams. Things that could, shear the tops of mountain, control the weather at their will, fly cities in the air. From my understanding in my research, they must have had a magic item called a mythalar. It's more or less it can control the weather, but you could also theoretically, you could harness its magic to cause a city to lift into the sky. So, if my assumption is correct, that something of that caliber would be able to rid the cold of this region. But again, that's only if we're able to actually find it. So, I have no interest in that, but if you were all to help out, I mean, by all means, you could take that.
That is something very interested for a speaker such as myself. So I'm
I've actually been looking for the Arcane Brotherhood stuff. We were
have you?
told that you could potentially help us fix an item we came into possession of that does control the weather in a much smaller
Oh yeah, I have that
locale.
thing.
Yes, we have it in our bag here. It is called the Summer Star. I don't know if this is perhaps related to the artifact you need to crack this glacier.
Do you have the artifact with you?
Yeah, so I'll pull it out of the bag of holding and hand it to her.
Okay.
We were able to use it one time, but after that it kind of stopped.
I see. She kind of...
I've been tinkering with it, but I haven't been able to do much with it.
Yeah, she kind of looks it over for a little bit. You see her cast some magic on the thing. Oh, I see. Yeah, this is very similar to a mythalar. Not exactly the same, but it's a very, very small scale version of it. Unfortunately, I'm not much for crafting the magical items. See, everyone in the Brotherhood, we all focus on our own strengths, you know. We kind of pick one thing we're good at and really hard tune on that so we can be the best of the best in that field of expertise. And mine, of course, and she motions over to the kobolds. Well, I've fought with the two of them, so they know I dabble more in the necromantic arts.
Yup.
Oh, okay.
You know, a lot of people they look down on necromancy for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why. I mean, there's a lot of untapped potential there, but people think it's taboo for some reason.
Yeah, I don't really know much about magic, but it seems pretty dope that your friends get to stay around longer.
It's fantastic.
You know, I'm. This might be slight offense. Maybe this is just me being a little dumb when it comes to magic users, but could I ask if like you know somebody, because like we also met somebody who was also super dope with magic, and I don't want to just assume that everybody with magic is in the Arcane Brotherhood.
Oh, by all means.
There was this albino tiefling Avarice. Is that?
She like laughs to herself. Yeah, I know her. There were, I guess, for transparency, there's three. Well, technically, there's 5 of us up here, but it's a convoluted story. There's 5 of us up here. 3 of us came up here together. Myself, Avarice, and another man named Dazan. He was killed, executed in East Haven a while back. But there's also a 4th girl. I believe I'd spoken to some of you. Maybe Scrappy, were you there when you first met this lady?
No, I don't think so.
Were you
Yeah,
not?
That sound familiar.
We've talked to her about Nest quite a few
Right,
times.
yeah. And she's like, well, another associate, Nas. See, myself, Avarice, and Dazan, we were actually tasked by the Brotherhood to come up here to try to locate the city. Nas, she's a bit of a brat, and she must have got jealous and followed us up here. I don't want to say she went rogue, but she looks at the kobolds. She kind of went rogue. So I don't know what her deal is. There's also a 5th Brotherhood member up here, but he's completely unrelated. He's actually he's locked up in Revel's End for I don't even know what he did. He came up here, tried to cause some mischief. I try not to get involved with that.
Locked
man.
in where?
Revel's End. It's a prison on the very north edge of the Sea of Moving Ice.
So it's just a prison to the north by the Sea of Moving Ice.
Right, and she I guess, and she kind of like ruffles in her bag and she pulls out a map that looks exactly like the map that's on screen. Isn't that
my
crazy?
God.
It looks just like that one.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
She points it out. It's not on the map, but it's like it's like way like up here.
Oh wow. Is that just like a prison of the 10 towns? It's like super secluded, or is it like not part of the 10 towns?
I mean, not exactly part of the 10 towns necessarily. It's actually ran by. Let me pull up. I'm blanking on the name of the organization. It's controlled by a group called the Lord's Alliance. It's basically a group of people from all across the world in some, big noble alliance trying to keep the world safe and whatnot. But it just. This place was, I think they wanted somewhere isolated to keep the prisoners.
Dope. Right. And what was this 5th person's name?
His name is Velish Gant. Bit of a snob, if you ask me.
And who among you would specialize in repairing this item?
Well, unfortunately, none of us are necessarily artificers, so to speak. So I guess, like I said, I specialize in necromancy. Dazan was illusion. Avarice is evocation. Nas specializes in divination. And Mr. Gant was, I guess you could say charms.
Dope.
Yeah, unfortunately, none of us are necessarily artificers, for the lack of a better word.
No, that's what I am.
Well, then, you'd probably be more capable than I am to fix this, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's been working on it for a while, but I guess maybe he needs to. His mind needs to get more ascended, if you know what I mean.
Right.
I don't.
I mean, practice makes perfect, I guess. It takes time.
Yeah, I've been messing with it. It's hard to, work on an item that you've never really used before. Well, I've used it once, but I'm not familiar with it.
Right, you don't fully understand the intricacies
Yeah.
of it. Right. No, I understand. Well, like I said, if you're interested in assisting me, I was actually planning on heading up to Revel's End myself just to see if Gant had any information. I don't know if I could weasel it out of him, but I do have another possible place to look if you're interested in a bit of, I guess, recon work, so to speak.
That is right up Broly's alley. I'm really good at recon, really good at looking and getting there fast and stealthy. That's right up my alley.
Perfect. So, like I said, one of my colleagues, Dazan, was killed recently. I shouldn't say killed. He was executed. He's a little extreme in his measures sometimes. Doesn't exactly like having witnesses around.
Right.
You get the gist of it. He's a little more willing to kill than I am. I'm not gonna kill someone just because they saw me do something. But he had a base of operations. It was and she kind of points on the map. It was like somewhere to the east of the northern part of Lackdinishire. So if you could find that base of operations, it's possible there may be information on either the city or possibly the object we're looking for. I guess to give you a little bit more details, what we're looking for, it's, from my understanding, I haven't seen it, but I believe it's a tome of some kind of book. It's referred to as the Codicil of White. From our understanding and research, it was written and, I guess, guarded by some of Arl's followers. It's apparently rumored to contain some sort of, I guess, spell or ritual that can carve a passage through a glacier under which we think the city is buried. So that's really what we're looking for. Now, we haven't been able to find the exact location of where that book is, but supposedly, again, Nass is a little bit more into divination than I am. She claims that it's in some ancient, I don't know, ruins, stronghold, something that seemed to have been owned by giants of some kind, which was why I was previously investigating ancient giant locations. But I've ran out of leads on that, so I don't know if maybe Dazan had something lying around that was able to point us in the right direction, but it's possible, but I'm not entirely sure anything beyond that. And I've been trying to track down Nass after she attacked me, but haven't had any luck with that. I'm assuming you haven't either, since I haven't received word.
No, it's honestly, it's kind of like finding a needle in a snow stack, if you know what I'm saying.
Trying to find a white rabbit in a blizzard.
Yeah, that's probably more of an apt simile.
Yeah, of course, she literally always wears white, too, so it's like,
Yeah.
I don't think she's necessarily trying to, camouflage like that. It's just convenient.
Yeah, so maybe you should try that if you're trying to stay off the map or stay unseen. But
Well, I have white hair, so,
true.
Fits into some degree.
You think I could blend in?
So where on the map did she point out this location?
Yeah, it's I'll point out the
Broly
map
can
right
point
here.
out.
Right there. Okay.
It's a little bit further east. It's like somewhere around here.
Yep, that's right where
right
Broly's
there.
pointing.
Yeah, she kind of traces it along the map, and it's like... Now, basically go to the northern edge of Lackdinishire, and then from there just go directly east. You'll probably get there, after an hour of travel, I believe. I've been there, but I've never actually been inside his little. I guess it's not a fort, really. I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's like a
tower.
Yeah, a tower, I guess, is the best way to put it. But it's underground, I believe.
Oh.
You'll understand when you see it. It's odd.
An underground tower. Whoa. And is this like something that we do and then we meet up with you later? Are you coming with us?
Well, like I said, I was planning on heading to Revel's End. I mean, it's a pretty long journey. It's
right.
maybe 3 days there, 3 days back. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm probably going to be out of commission for the good part of the next 10 day. But we could certainly meet up afterwards if you'd like. I don't know where the best place would be.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll probably end up in Lonelywood or Tourmaline, I guess.
Yeah,
So,
well, we actually, it's funny, we have associates in Lonelywood. I don't know if you've heard, it's a nice place called the White Moose Inn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's one of our establishments that we've kind of created here in the 10 towns, so...
Well, I guess we can meet up there in about 10 days' time.
Sounds good with us.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Alright, well, is there anything else we need to know? That was a lot of,
There's a lot of information, I know.
I know, like, it's all locked up in here, but I know for a fact that Desmond's got it. He's kind of like the brains of the operation.
Oh, I see.
I'm kind of like the brawn, and then Scrappy's also here, so it's like we're all...
See, I'm the combination. I'm brawn and the brains.
Right.
Yeah, so like we got it all.
Yeah. This book he had, you think he kept it at his tower? I know he had a book that was on his person.
I don't know for sure. I don't even know if he had it necessarily. It's more just seeing if there's any information he had lying around. I mean, he was... He tried to stockpile information, I guess is the best way to put it. So he may have some, I don't know, helpful books, anything really. I'm not entirely sure what he would have. Like I said, he never let me into his secret base. I guess, a no girls allowed kind of thing. Not literally, but that was the joke I always made to him.
When he passed, he was in possession of a book. I assumed it was his spell book.
That's what I would assume as well. He always carried it with him.
But it was stolen from the library in East Haven.
Was it?
Yeah. Now that we know the connection, it's possible Nass might have.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Or perhaps the albino tiefling. Would she be one to lift a spell book of that nature?
Avarice is not the nicest cookie, but she never really struck me as much of a thief. She kind of looked down on all of us anyway. She thought she was better than us. I can't imagine she would steal his spell book. I feel like that'd be a bit of a pride thing. She would think her spells are better anyways.
And is this this Nass? So you said the magic that she did was what did you say? Divination.
She focuses in divination.
Okay, is that
It wasn't
like,
even close.
what's that? Is that like moving mountains?
It's like,
Is that...
no, she's not as much of a fighter necessarily. Divination is, I guess the best way to put it is finding information or contacting people, locating things.
Gotcha.
It's probably why she was able to follow us so easily and locate me and attack me.
Yeah, that makes sense. So then she'd probably be good at doing the opposite.
Being hard to
Same
find.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Roger.
that's part of why she's a little tough to track down. Avarice, on the other hand, she is generally the opposite of stealthy. She always makes her presence known.
Yeah, no, we crossed paths with her, and we may or may not have fought some of her, I don't know, like loose alliance associates, but we all made it out. She made it out.
Well, that's not great.
Yeah.
Not that, I mean, I'm not saying I wish, death upon her or you, but she holds grudges. So
Right. Well,
I'd watch out for her.
it's probably fine.
Maybe. You all seem tough. You took out a dragon.
We took
Should
out
be
a
fine.
dragon. These
No.
guns are fine.
Well, I mean, is there a... I guess if the... Do you have any other questions for me about the whole operation? I know I kind of just threw a bunch of information at you, but I mean, I'm out of options here, and you're the only people who have really kind of proven themselves as capable.
We're really the most capable for the job, and especially like right now is like a really perfect time to give us like a super important quest because it's like there's a lot.
Yeah,
of
you
us.
mentioned a city of magical items. I want to do that now. Like,
Yeah, by all means. I mean, the faster we can get there, then theoretically the faster we're able to clear up all this snow.
So, all right. Well, guess we'll see you in 10 days.
Yep.
All right, best of luck.
Dope.
She leaves. You see a couple of the kobolds like wave goodbye at you.
I went back.
Wave back as well. Man, they're just the nicest guys.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, like that was very nice. That was very nice of Vellynne to give us all that information, like all these like dope magic stuff. Like she's pretty nice.
Yeah. I mean, she's getting something out of it with, our skills.
Well, yeah, but I mean that's just like stuff friends do, right?
Mm-hmm. I don't know if I trust her 100%,
What?
but
I don't
But
trust
I-
anyone here.
Well, what? Why? I mean, she's trying to help out the 10 towns. She's helping out a speaker.
well, I mean, she said she didn't care about help of the 10 towns, but she wants access to the city anyways.
It's kind of
So
one of
it seems
those like humble things, probably. Like she didn't want to say like, "Oh, I'm so nice and genuine and whatnot," but she still like gave us an avenue where we can help out the 10 towns. So really, she's probably
I think it's more of aligned interests than genuine care.
well. I
But
guess
while
we'll just
our
have
interests align,
we'll just have to see, Desmond.
yeah, we will.
I know some of you guys were a little suspicious of old Nimsy up in Lonelywood, and she's just
Oh yeah,
the
no,
nicest
she's definitely.
I'm
definitely
100% Team Nimsy. I'm a
thing.
big fan.
Yeah, those cookies were amazing. For being so not Team Nimsy, Scrappy, you sure partake in a lot of those cookies.
I had taste test to make sure there's no poison.
Interesting, yeah, true. Well, no better time like the present.
Mm-hmm.
True.
That's what they say.
Yeah. Or so are we passing through the cares? Or
You would be, yeah.
what remains of the cares?
All right, so you guys heading out now?
Yeah,
Yep.
Cool.
no
Yeah.
time like the present.
Can we, take a break?
Yeah, we can do a break now if you want.
Okay. I got some food to grab.
The
All right.
pizza?
The pizza?
I snuck to get to while while the meeting started, so
Yeah.
I missed the first few speakers.
That's fine, that's
It's
fine.
fine, it's fine. All right, yeah, we will be right back then. BRB.
BRB.
And we're back. Alrighty, so are we leaving Bryn Shander?
Let's go.
Depends on the time of day.
It's, morning.
All right. Sweet.
Yeah. We're
We can
heading
head
off.
out.
Ka-chow.
Ka-chow.
Might be a little awkward because you might pass by either Crannock Seaver or the not depressed
Trovis.
Trovis.
Well, I think Crannock's gonna be up in his tower just doing him.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I felt real bad for Trovis. I think he's
He's the worst.
I think it hit him the hardest.
Got do besides Dugan's Hole.
Yeah, it's honestly, probably the Kaer Koenig and Kaer Dineval got hit the hardest outside of Dugan's Hole, but Crannock doesn't seem to care about Kaer Dineval, so that ain't how Flounder rolls,
I wonder how the town was doing after we let him free from the Black Swords.
Yeah, I don't know.
I hope that kid's okay. Stable boy.
Yeah, who knows. But we have other urgent town-saving business to attend to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright.
Yeah.
So you ride the few
Into the
hours
sunset.
into the not sunset. So yeah, you make it to Kaer Dineval after a few hours. Yeah. So one thing you notice, the castle looks like almost completely untouched, but every other building is just completely razed. Like there's nothing left standing in the town. But yeah, the castle looks perfectly fine.
Kaer Dineval was the one that was built in like layers, right?
Yeah.
There was like each step. So every
Well,
step.
both Kaer Dineval and Kaer Koenig kind of are. Like, Kaer Dineval is more of like just one big hill. Like it all leads up like to the castle. But the one with like that's more like actually like layered, that's Kaer Koenig.
Oh yeah, Kaer Koenig. Yeah, that's where the excavation team were. I remember now.
Yeah.
So
And
yeah,
do you guys want to continue on to Kaer Koenig?
yeah.
I think
There's
so.
there's nothing like readily popping out of us here.
Yeah, no, it's
It's just empty.
Yeah, it's there's literally like the town's like completely destroyed except for the castle. So you imagine the people that were in the castle probably survived based on his story.
Mm-hmm. But not many others.
But you don't see anyone else.
Oh god.
Literally, you see no one else. You continue riding up to Kaer Koenig, and it looks to be pretty much the same amount of destruction. Yeah, you don't really see any building that was left standing here either. There are a couple people that you see.
I mean, I know at least one person survived.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, Milbor Tatharak won't let a dragon down him.
Funny you say that. You do see Milbor Tafarak.
That's my man.
Dude, what a legend. I love that guy.
Yeah. You see him, and you do see, it looks like Trovis came out already. He must have left, like, immediately after the meeting. He didn't seem to want to stay around and talk to people. So it looks like the two of them are going around with a couple other people just trying to, like, start the process of rebuilding. As long as that'll be.
Do we see the innkeepers?
You do not, no.
Oh.
So yeah, at this point it's getting closer to dark. So you could try to ride on into the wilderness, or you could try to stay here. The issue is, like, either way, there's not really like a great
Yeah,
place to
either way,
stay. You
just
see,
I
like
don't
they
know how
have
to-
some like makeshift like tents kind of set up.
Scrappy, do you still have that campfire thing that keeps us warm? So we could really use that right now.
Yeah, yeah, we could totally use that right now, but so what happened was,
Well, Scrappy, like, because remember, like last time we talked about how, like, wow, that's really embarrassing that you have a bucket of mayonnaise, but not something that, you know, like we really need. And then when you brought out that warm cube, it was like, wow, that's really important and really viable to make sure we don't freeze to death.
I thought we were gonna be staying in the towns, so
Yep.
I thought we didn't need it for now.
Huh.
So that's when I created the sending stones instead. Tomorrow I can get it back.
Well, but you know, it's this is just really awkward. Not gonna lie, it's like oof.
The cold doesn't really bother me as much, anyways.
I mean, yeah, it doesn't really bother me either, but good old
Desmond
Desmond.
could just bundle up. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
I guess we'll just we have bed rolls. We have
Yeah, we got bed rolls. Yeah,
we
got
can
plenty of stuff.
We can find a tent or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I got
We're gonna
a
make it
blanket. I grabbed I got some boots that are blue. I found at Kevin's Cairn.
You
You
found
can use that. It's like
blue
it's a
boots?
pillow or something.
Is there anything special about the boots?
No, but you never know, just in case. If you see fancy looking boots, you gotta grab them.
You also cuddle up with Scrappy for warmth because he does have, you know, like fur. So he's got that going.
Yeah. We'll have to huddle up in the tent.
Yep, just don't pet me.
Why,
Kind of
why
a big
not?
no-no in my culture.
Huh. Learning
Yeah.
more about you every day.
Wasn't planning on that.
Sometimes people see it and are like, "Oh, that looks really soft. Let me pet you." And no, last time I saw that happen, the guy his hand got bit off. So
No.
By you?
oh no, not me. I wouldn't do that.
Oh
but
my God, Scrappy!
it was like this old crabby Leonin. He didn't really like it. So
I
he
was
bit the
about to
guy's hand
question
off.
everything I knew about you, man.
I'm actually pretty nice compared to the other people I've met that are like me. So
Well, hey, I've only met one like you, and that's you. So seems like
yeah,
we're
I've only
pretty-
met one fish person.
Yeah,
so-
we're pretty dope. All
And
around.
lions tend to like fish.
Well, why? What?
It's a
Well, what?
kind of like bears.
Bears? What
Oh, you haven't met a bear?
are they?
Wait.
Are they
you didn't
nice?
find a
Have you ever
polar
seen a
bear?
dog?
Well, I mean,
Aren't you
yeah,
really?
the
Aren't you
dogs.
familiar with sea bears?
Yeah.
There's polar bears. They live out on the ice.
Trying to
Yeah.
tell me you don't
water.
wear your anti-sea bear undergarments?
Yeah, do you not have your anti-sea bear under? Because like in our place, whenever we went to sleep, we would draw a circle to like keep the sea bears out. So I guess we never really encountered sea bears.
Yeah, it's cool.
All right. Let's huddle up.
I guess we'll huddle up around the campfire and sing our campfire songs.
I mean, if you think about it, the cube it emits too much heat. There really is like a dial option, so it gets too warm.
Scrappy, just
Like what if you like you gotta take off your clothes because it's hitting the 90 degrees
yeah.
Fahrenheit.
Mhm.
It does get a little.
So
little
Scrappy just confirmed that the D&D world uses Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Where he's from, they use
We
Fahrenheit.
use freedom units here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, Broly's definitely a Celsius kind of guy. It's a lot easier, very smooth, round numbers.
Sure.
0, 100, you know. It
I mean,
makes sense.
if you don't like freedom, like that's fine. But, like,
Yeah, that's fine if you're a loser.
yeah.
If only Yar were here. I hear he uses Celsius.
Yeah, it's a dwarven thing.
Yeah,
You know, dwarves like to do things just objectively better.
yeah.
Alright. So you just making a campfire and bundling up near it.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, that's my.
And
My only
find a tent, an extra tent if there is
Sure.
one. If not,
Yeah. Milbor notices you.
Oh,
So, oh, Mr. Flounder! It's good to see you again.
Milboard Tatharak.
Put her there!
Put her there.
It's strongest
Ooh,
handshake ever.
Very strong as well. Not as strong, but
Yeah.
still trying to.
Good to see you, friend.
Oh, it's good to see that you survived the dragon attack.
You think a dragon could kill me? I've slain many of them in my day.
Yes, well, it's actually funny because we legitimately slayed that dragon over in Lonelywood.
Fellow Dragon Slayer!
It was a
We're all
noble.
dragon.
It was a noble effort. It was the work of all of our group. I was 1v1 in the dragon. Desmond came in with his magics. Scrappy was there with his scrappiness. We all just took it down.
Well, you're lucky that I was out of town when the dragon attacked. Otherwise, I would have
That's
taken
pretty-
it down myself.
Pretty convenient. That you
I
have
was
to-
still hunting that red yeti. Really having
Oh,
trouble
yeah.
finding that thing. I take it you are as well.
Yeah, I'm still just
Yeah,
trying
we
to
tried.
find
It's
it.
out there. I'll beat you to it.
I'll beat you to it. It's
Well, if you need, I have some pelts and furs from all the beasts that I've slain, if that'll help keep you warm through the night.
you know, I personally don't need it, but my friend Desmond here could use a pelt or two.
Here, I'll grab you an owlbear pelt. How's that sound?
That sounds great.
He ruffles around in his tent and grabs it, and it's massive. But yeah, it should do the trick.
That's quite a pelt, my man.
Of course it is. Only the toughest and strongest owlbears are worthy of me.
It's a very noble cause that you're helping the speaker rebuild the town.
Oh, of course. I mean, they need a little bit of muscle, you know. So I figure, what better than Milbor Tafarak? Am I right?
Yes. No better.
Well, I'm gonna get some sleep. You know, gotta get those exact 8 hours of sleep for the proper health. Keep up those powerful muscles, right?
Powerful spell slots.
Yes, exactly. Well, you all stay warm, all right?
You too, my brother.
It's good to see you again.
Guys, I swear I'm not normally like that. It's weird. I don't even know what happens, but just around him, I just feel like I gotta like puff out my chest a little more, talk a little louder. Is that just me? Do you guys also get that way around Milbor Tatharak? I don't even know why I keep saying his full name, but he just feels like so commanding, like I have to.
Call him my man.
crush
which
on
isn't
him.
something I normally call
I
him.
mean, maybe is that it could I don't know. I just got a little nervous around him.
Oh yeah.
Not like necessarily romantic, maybe just like kind of like a.
Oh
wow.
no, we completely understand.
Okay, yeah. Cool, dope.
We are picking up what you are putting down.
Well, yeah, I'm putting down like my bedroll. I'm putting down the pelts for. Desmond.
Metaphorically.
What? You mean,
Huh?
you mean like a simile?
What?
All right.
You
Well,
want
we should
first?
better get some rest.
Oh yeah. Yeah. 8 hours.
8 hours
To the T.
to the T.
All right. You all go to bed, and exactly 8 hours from now you hear, "Rise and shine, everyone! It's the start of a new day!"
So it is.
How was the blue boots, Desmond? Were they comfortable?
I lost them in this big pelt. There's someone in here, but in the
I
night.
would like those back. You're
Okay,
done.
hang on. Let me check under here, and I disappear under the, the huge pelt and start rummaging around.
You
Then
find
I'll
them
toss the
eventually.
two. Here they are.
Thank you.
I actually wasn't sure who I was sleeping next to because I was like, well, this is a large furred creature, but I didn't want to pet it to find out whether it was Desmond or not because I might lose a hand or something. So I just, but it was Desmond. Okay.
Yeah. And then Scrappy was on my other side.
Yeah.
All right. Well, best I say we head out. The light of day. You can go ahead and give that back to Milbor Tatharak. It's honestly, is it okay if I just stay here? It's way too early in the morning to put on that shtick. I got a little bit of a headache from last night.
He's definitely going to ask about you, so you got to go. You have to go.
Well, it's fine. I'll be from afar. I'll just kind of do the nonchalant wave. Because we really don't want to waste any more light. We better
He'll probably try to have a conversation with you from the distance.
His
voice carries. He could do it.
I roll up the pelt while they're talking. I walk out of it.
Okay.
All right, well, suit your fancy.
Oh, yes. How'd the pelt treat you last night? Keep you warm?
Yes, it was a bed fit for a king.
Of course it is. Only the best pelts from the creature slain by Milbor Tatharak.
Yes, it's.
Broly couldn't make it, but he sends his regards.
Oh, well, I'm sure he's out slaying creatures as well.
He's actually right over there. And I'll point out Broly.
Good morning, Mr. Flounder.
Broly just... hello?
He seems to be a bit tired still.
Yeah, maybe he didn't get the full 8 hours like the rest of us.
Oh, it's possible. Very important to get that.
Yeah, exactly 8 hours. No more, no less.
Well, are you all sticking around here, or do you have business to attend?
We have business to the northeast.
Very well. Well, if you need me for anything, I'll be here rebuilding the town with my bare hands.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. Maybe we might have to contract you for good mead.
We'll see. I may offer my services later, but I can't guarantee I might be off slaying foul creatures.
Yeah, like the Yeti.
Like the Yeti.
Okay. Alright. Go have at it.
Since you've been rebuilding town, I was wondering if you had, if the innkeepers, did they make it?
Unfortunately, I don't believe they did. I think they were among the ones that passed.
That is unfortunate. Do you know if they had a person who was staying with them that was supposed to leave town? A Garrett? Did he?
Right, they left before the attack started.
Okay.
I think they were heading to Targos, I believe.
Okay, they made it to Targos. Okay. That's at least there's some solace of that fact. That's my only question.
Well, best of luck on your travels.
You as well. Hopefully you get your Yeti.
I will, I know it.
It's a matter of time.
Exactly. Nothing can hide from Milbor Tatharak.
Alright.
Alright.
Have a good day.
You as well.
He's always got to get the last thing. See you, Tanner.
Goodbye.
Until we meet again. As I'm walking off.
You as well.
I quick just call him over. Just like come on. All right. I feel like that could have gone slightly better, but it's
That
fine.
went perfect. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. All right, should we head out? I imagine Milbor Tatharek is too busy rebuilding the town to come help us out. It would be
Oh yeah, I didn't even bother my mind to ask him, but I did ask him about rebuilding Goodmead.
Oh yeah, and
He said he might be able to offer his services if he's not out there
slaying
slaying the
a
mightiest
Yeti,
of
yep.
all creatures.
Yep. Yeah, that.
The ever elusive Red Yeti.
Yeah. Wow. Whew. Sorry, I'm still just having flashbacks to last night's conversation. Right. So should we head out? Because I feel like my headache's coming back just thinking about it.
Yeah.
Maybe I have something for that.
You,
If I had that alchemy jug still. But no, that's all gone. Never coming back.
Yeah, but now we have communication. You have a
Yep,
magic
once
weapon
a day.
and a spell ring.
Yep, once a day.
all right. Yeah.
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 So
So
you
you know-
travel off into the wilderness. Can I have everyone give me a survival check?
I'm very good at survival.
Matt, you didn't roll a nat 20.
No natural 20s.
What
My
the
streak is
heck?
over.
That's weird. Kind of cringe. All right. Well, Broly, you're able to lead the pack. After about probably like an hour of travel, you get to what you imagine is probably the northernmost end of Loch Dinashar. And based on what you talked about with Vellynne, you head directly east from there. You do have to cross over a bit of the river that kind of leads into the lake, but it's frozen solid, so no concern at all breaking through that at all. So you continue off into the distance. Eventually, you do come across what might be possibly the tower that was mentioned. So you see, it looks like it's about 20 feet high. There's like an irregularly shaped like piece of rock that's kind of jutting out of the tundra ahead of you. It looks very smooth and shiny, like to the point where it doesn't seem like it could have been worn down by the wind to get that look. Yeah, it looks really like out of place. Like it was just something just kind of like thrust into the ground unnaturally.
Well, I'm not the best when it comes to magic towers or anything like that, but this seems to be the place.
Oh, yeah? Alright, let's check it out.
Is there an entrance? Is this like a
If you
front door?
if you circle around, you eventually do see there is, I guess, sort of an entrance. So there is like a protrusion where there's like a 5-foot diameter tunnel that like enters into the ground at a really steep angle. It looks very slick and frozen. So like like you could like slide down it basically, but you couldn't just like walk down or up it.
This looks a little precarious.
Should we tie a rope around someone and then send them?
Yeah, I mean, I'm down to go first.
All right. Let me get my handy rope. All right, hold still while I tie this around you.
Broly raises his arms.
All right, we tie it up. How much? I'm looking for how many I have.
Oh, sorry. Broly removes his quarterstaff and raises it up. I don't want to tie that around me, too.
You mean your surfboard?
I got
Yeah.
50. I got 50 feet of rope.
All right.
All right. Start shimmying down.
I will get on my board. And I'll sit on it. So we're not going full flounder. We're doing like a half flounder. So just kind of sit on the board, and I like slowly inch myself a little closer.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like when you're on a sled at the top of the hill, and
Yeah.
you're just like not sure how far you need to go before it starts taking off.
Sure.
And you guys like
Hey, Scrub,
watch me like do that for like 30 seconds. It's a little
Scrub, you
uncomfortable.
grab this head before he goes.
And then Burley goes.
All right. So you go down, and it's like actually kind of like a winding tunnel a little bit. You slide for
Ow!
what you imagine is probably like 20 feet down, but it's like all really curved and not straight. Eventually, you do land yourself in a room, and I will give you guys the map.
Oh no, what did you get ourselves into, Matt?
This is all your fault for showing up for a 2-person session.
So you are like on the very left of there. You see the tunnel is like, you
Yeah.
know, you see where it is, but yeah, it like goes up and around.
Yeah, I'm gonna slap Desmond on the back and cast Dark Vision for him. So he has Dark Vision for the next 8 hours.
And I'll just yell up and be like, "Alright, it's safe."
One thing you also notice that it's actually lit down here.
It's also lit
Ow.
down here.
Shit!
But you wouldn't know
God
that,
damn it.
so you probably would have wasted a spell slot either way. But like, just so you know, you don't have to cast Dark Vision on him.
I'm going to use my spell of refueling to get my second level spell slot back.
Okay.
Maybe tie it off up there or something. That way you can make it back. It's a little
Yeah, hang
creepy down here.
Are you pretty good at knots?
I'm pretty handy.
By myself.
Alright, you tie the knot and we'll climb down.
Yeah. What do we tie it to?
Is this a prank?
No, I'll screw in a pitten, and then I'll wrap it around the pitten and tie it.
That's good, that's good.
If you guys didn't like me, you could have just said something.
We're on the way.
Oh, okay. Woo!
Jesus.
Jesus.
Oh, does he have like an abandonment issue or something? That was like 5 seconds.
I think with his talon, what's happened to his talon, I think he's, feeling a little insecure. And then I'll slide down the slide.
All right.
I'll slide down afterwards.
Alrighty, so you all eventually tumble into the same room as Broly. So you see the slippery tunnel opens into what appears to be an upside-down room, the contents of which are coated in frost. Across from the tunnel is a wooden door that's flush with the ceiling, which used to be the floor. The door is ajar, and flanking it are 2 identical stone statues hanging down like stalactites. Across from the statues are sconces with upside-down flames burning in them.
Oh, how high up is the door?
So it's like the room itself is like 12 feet tall, and the door is like 8 feet high, but it's on the ceiling, so it's like it's 4 feet for you to like have to climb over the doorway, basically.
Oh, okay. So it's not out of reach.
No, it's not insurmountable for any of you. But yeah, it's like very clear that this room is like it's upside down.
Broly's just gonna try and jump up there with an 11.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you're able to get up there pretty easy enough. What you would see right away... It'll let me reveal stuff. So, you see, there is what looks like a hallway of some kind. There's like an upside down staircase at the very east end it seems to be completely like choked with rubble and ice that it's probably unusable, and then there's 2 doors. So at this point it's easy enough to tell that you guys seem to be just in a building that's like upside down. Yeah, thanks, Matt. For those
Very
if you
very,
can't see, Matt
very
flipped his
creative.
camera upside down.
Guys, I think I'm starting to figure it out here.
Really getting into character.
Why aren't
I'll
you
cli-
falling?
I'll climb up
Yeah.
after Broly.
Okay.
You know, it'd be wild if we had to explore this whole tower right side up first. And then
Oh
at the
my
top,
god.
it
Man,
flips
it's gonna be
around.
really wild when there's like locked doors.
Man, I would hate having to explore a tower one way and then just do the exact same thing the opposite way with like really no changes or anything interesting happening. That would suck.
All right.
Let's go check out these doors.
Which
Alright.
one? Right or left?
The closest one.
Left. it
Upside
is.
down left or normal left?
Ugh.
Up or down? All right. This is the one we're going to.
Alright, the first one?
Yes.
Okay. Let me reveal that.
It's the worst thing that can happen.
Can't believe he just said that.
The dragon from earlier is inside.
How'd you know? Okay, so you see this room contains shattered and jumbled equipment, much of it near two heavy wooden work tables, one on its side and the other upside down.
Wait. Would that mean it's right side up?
Well, it looks like it at one point it probably was right side up, but now it's upside down on the ground, which was once the ceiling.
Tricky.
So it's
Brain
on
is
our
exploding.
floor.
Yes, it is on your floor.
Okay.
So gravity still works?
Gravity still works normal.
Okay.
The building you're in just appears to be completely flipped upside down.
So, let's try this door.
Okay, you just
Right.
go through that door? Alright.
I think there's a door over there.
Yeah, there is a
Yeah,
door
yeah.
on the other as well, but yeah. I didn't say anything because I just figured you saw it. Okay, one sec. I have to do like the polygonal reveal for all these just because they're all like
Weird
shaped rooms, yeah. Okay. So this room, you see tall bookshelves affixed to the outer wall have spilled their contents onto the ceiling-turned floor. A large table lies on its side, one leg broken, and a 5-foot wide tunnel in the floor to the east leads down.
Well, I'll take a moment to hop in here. And then I'll go investigate the books.
Okay. Give me an investigation check. Okay, so a lot of these books appear to be like just destroyed by time and neglect, maybe, honestly. I mean, some of them are kind of messed up with the what covered in frost. There are a few that are still probably readable. All these books are in Elvish. Do you read Elvish?
I do.
Okay. So there's 3 of them that look like maybe readable. The first one is called Magical Wonders of Netheril.
Okay, I'm taking that one.
The second one is Mysteries of the Faerim. Faerim spelled Phaerim.
I didn't catch that, but I put in a placeholder.
Okay, and then the last one is Wizards in the Hollow.
That one sounds the least relevant, but I will pocket that one as well.
Okay.
Wow, there's a lot of books here. That's exciting.
Some of these actually seem kind of relevant to our goal.
Are they books on how to make items?
So they have
No.
pictures.
Not very many. Do they have pictures?
If you just thumb through it, two of them actually have like a lot of pictures.
Ooh.
The Magical Wonders?
Yeah, it's the Magical Wonders of Netheril and Mysteries of the Faerun. So just going through it quickly, the Mysteries of the Faerun one, there's like some sketches of these weird, like, creepy, like, Underdark looking monsters. And then the Magical Wonders of Netheril looks like, it looks like sketches or like blueprints for like magical devices.
Yeah, there's actually quite a few pictures. Blueprints and...
Wait a minute. I would like to pursue that.
And if you want to look through the books, it would, to really like look through it, you're gonna have to like do it over like a long rest. But,
Okay. Alright, I'll take a look later.
yeah.
Let's
Just
look
briefly looking at the pictures, you imagine it's something that you might like.
Ooh.
But it's all in Elvish, so I don't know if you speak
Fuck.
Elvish. Yeah.
yeah, I'll have...
Read me a bedtime story.
Section 1A.
Yeah.
Take some good notes.
This one's about the ugly barnacle.
Yeah, he was so ugly.
I would like to open this door.
Alright.
Hey, Broly, you still hanging back there?
Sorry, I'm just like, and you see Broly walk in, and he's like walking on his hands. I'm still trying to like figure it out here, how you're supposed to.
Yeah, you could use your feet.
Yeah, we just walk normally.
Well,
and then
yeah,
just
but like
climb
if this is
through
like
the
a
door.
magic tower or anything like that, maybe it like opens up secret passageways if you walk like this.
Yeah, Broly, I deal with some magical things, and I don't think that's it. But you're more than welcome to keep doing it.
Well, yeah, but like when we were talking with Vellynne, she mentioned that there's different like colleges of magic, and so maybe this is like the upside down one.
No, there's
Yeah.
I think 8 schools, and
That-
that's not one of them.
This
well,
guy...
so maybe there's like a ninth one.
well, no, this guy operates in illusions, so it's not completely misplaced.
Desmond, I feel like you just. Didn't you say that you're all in the mind, like not like magic, but like.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Oh, are you saying I'm not... I have a plus 6 in Arcana. On a scale of like from 0 being a layman, I'm actually pretty knowledgeable about magic.
Yeah,
As a
well,
whole.
I also have a +6 in acrobatics, and Broly continues as best as he can. Occasionally he'll fall, but then he'll right himself and continue.
Okay, so this room might be a little bit dangerous to walk on your hands in. So you see the floor in this room is covered in shards of glass. There's also frozen pools of spilled fluids and the wreckage of 2 cabinets. You see in the niche in the far corner of the room, there's a metal chest, but it's bolted to the ceiling upside down, and the lid appears to be locked.
Guys, did you guys just decide to prank me in this room? Did you not want me in here? Is that why all there's glass everywhere?
Yep.
It was like that when we found it. So how high up is the chest?
That's 12 feet.
12 feet.
Yeah,
up?
all of the ceilings are the floors. The ceilings are 12 feet tall.
If I stand on Scrappy, or if I like sit on his shoulders, can I reach? How tall
No.
are you, Scrappy?
I'm like 7 feet.
And I'm 6 feet.
Oh, I guess maybe you could. Yeah, I didn't know Scrappy was that tall.
You're 7 feet tall.
It's like let me double check. I wrote 6'8", so not quite
Same as
7.
big.
Broly's
Say-
barely 5 feet tall.
So yeah, I guess theoretically, yeah, you could stand on his shoulders.
All right.
It would be. You do see there is a lock on the chest. So
Well, luckily you were able to make me those gloves, right?
Well, he actually has mayonnaise in the house.
Sorry, guys. I feel like you guys don't really understand what being officer means.
Broly 100% does not. Yeah, you are correct. I understand how hard it is to like know what you'll need, but Broly, no. Broly has no idea. He thinks it's easy, and you're just
All right,
making
guys. So
stupid
I
decisions.
enchant items, right?
Mhm.
But I can only enchant so
Up to
many
3.
items.
What? Sorry, I'm still in the other room.
Too much glass for me to handstand.
Yeah, I'll just stay over here if you guys need me.
I can open the chest. I don't have the gloves, but I can open up the chest.
Well, couldn't you just give him the gloves?
The gloves are not enchanted.
What?
What's okay, so like on a scale of 0 being a layman, how skilled are you at sleight of hand stuff?
Wait,
like
is this a
unlocking-
bit, or does Scrappy not actually have those gloves anymore?
He never had.
He never
I
made
had the
them.
gloves.
He
Oh.
was talking about how he could make the
I could make
Oh. Gotcha. Okay.
I have layman's terms 4.
I got a 5, but you can add your bonus. How do we get you up there? Is the question.
I have a spell.
Oh, what spell?
Trick.
Did you say rope trick? It cut out a little bit.
Yeah,
Or
rope trick.
Okay.
I only heard the trick.
Yeah, I just heard trick.
Yeah, rope trick. But
That
can't you climb up there? Or can I throw you up there?
yeah, I can attempt it if you want.
I mean, yeah, you said you have you're pretty good 5, and
Yeah.
I'm okay 4.
But
Yeah,
do
but
you have
the-
5
you
is
are-
rated at
you-
4.
You're proficient. So
If you don't have proficiency, does it like fuck it up at all or not?
I
you
actually
just
don't
don't
know.
get to add your bonus.
Let's look it up.
Well, Thieves' Tools just says this set of tools includes what you need. All of these stuff for picking locks, and then proficiency with the tools lets you add your bonus to any ability check you make to disarm traps or open lock.
Does it say that on the thieves tools?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, then yeah. Because yeah, if you don't have I think you're right. Then you don't need to be proficient with them. You just don't get the bonus. But like, I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you attack with a weapon you're not proficient in, you have disadvantage. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I think you're good with thieves tools. Yeah, you just don't get the proficiency.
Scrappy, is your +4 with the proficiency, or?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
4 is mine.
Oh, that's the back. Okay, then yeah, I'll just climb on your shoulders and attempt.
Hoist them up as best as I can as well.
All right. And then it's sleight of hand.
Yeah. $18. Okay, so as you're picking it, you do feel the lock give.
Mm-hmm.
So you could theoretically open the chest. However, keep in mind it is upside down. And gravity still works normally.
Yeah, but it's upside down where the door is facing. Is it gonna open?
The lid is like a lid that opens from the top, so like it'll open directly underneath the chest.
Oh, do you guys need me in there?
Yeah, we need you underneath this.
Alright, fine. Broly begrudgingly stands on his 2 feet and walks in there with a sigh and holds his arms out.
All right, I'm gonna open
This
this.
could go horribly wrong. I'm glad you checked for traps.
Well, I mean, I can examine it. I haven't opened it yet. I can examine
What?
it.
Sorry, I was in the other room. I'm just glad you checked for traps.
Without letting him know that I didn't, I will now examine the unopened chest.
Okay, give me an investigation check.
Oh yeah, I'll get in there.
Yeah.
1 foot away, baby.
Yeah. 17. Does not appear to be trapped as far as you can see.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Alright, I'm ready.
Flip open the lid.
All right, you flip open the lid and you see a bunch of bottles pour out.
Oh god.
Broly, they are glass vials about to fall down. So I will say there are 4 of them. Scrappy, you're you can try to catch some, but you would have to let Desmond go, and he would probably fall on the glass shards. But there's
I will not attempt to grab them.
okay. So Broly, there's 4. One of them is red. One of them is blue. One of them is green, and one of them is black.
Would you consider these
Missiles?
missiles?
I'm not sure. But basically, you can attempt to catch one with each hand with a dexterity saving throw. So basically, you can make 2 dexterity saving throws.
Okay, so
if there's any monk shit involved in like dexterity saving throws to like catch something,
the only thing would be like deflect missiles. You can use your reaction to deflect or catch the missile when you're hit by a ranged weapon attack.
no, it's not a ranged weapon attack. It's just bottles falling.
Yeah. Then let's see. Evasion, a dex saving throw to only take half damage.
I don't think there's anything for this.
Could I? Oh, wait a minute. Quick gust of wind to give a.
No.
That could actually help.
The sidewall.
The thing is, gust of wind is like an action, and you would need like a reaction
true.
spell.
Yeah. So
If you have like a reaction spell,
Matt, do you have Featherfall?
Featherfall. Can you cast it on objects?
I don't have Featherfall. I have Slowfall.
Yeah. So then no.
That's the difference.
But like yeah, Featherfall. If you can cast it on objects, I don't know if you can. Would theoretically work here.
Yeah. So all right, boys. We're gonna be left up to whatever Broly's favorite colors are.
So there is red, blue, green, and black.
Alright, I want to say black and green sound dangerous. The other 2 sound beneficial.
All right, Broly's going for blue because that's the color of his skin, and green because it reminds him of kelp.
Okay, so the first one is going to be for the blue one. So
Yep.
give me a dexterity saving throw. 13.
Okay.
You're able to
I will
catch that.
Okay.
Second one for the green one. That one too.
Boom, boom.
So you catch those. The other 2 shatter onto the ground.
Oh, did you guys want those?
They probably weren't that important.
Sorry, I only have 2 hands, and I just saw blue and green, and I like those colors.
Mm-hmm.
Did the other 2 shatter?
Yeah, they shattered. So there's more glass on the ground now.
But nothing happened when they shattered?
Nothing happened when they shattered.
Okay. Burley, do you know what those are? Or
Yeah, they're potions.
Correct.
but do you know what's inside them?
Here's a blue liquid. This one's a green liquid. Oh, is this like one of those like subtle things where you're like telling me to like hand it over or something? I'll hand it
No,
over.
I was just wondering if you knew what they are.
No, I'm not like a potion guy. I mean, I understand that and pulls out his actual healing potion, which I imagine is red.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're usually red, but yeah, almost like red is usually potion of healing, so maybe I should have grabbed that one, but I'm not really that big of a fan of the color red, so I didn't. But now maybe I should have.
I mean, I could, if they're magical potions, I could identify them.
Oh yeah, I mean, sure, you can do that, and I'll hand over both the potions.
Okay, I'll ritual cast identify on the green potion.
Okay. So it takes 10 minutes. Guys all chilling.
Were there, like, you said there was cabinets in here?
Yeah, they're like destroyed cabinets.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We didn't really investigate in here, so while he's casting that, I'm gonna go back to this room and sort of poke around the destroyed equipment.
Okay. Give me an investigation check. Okay. The one thing of note you find in here, it looks like there is an iron key.
Well, I'm gonna pocket that.
Did you find anything good in there, Desmond?
No, not yet. Just a bunch of broken stuff. Yep.
Yep. Scrappy, if you take the time to identify that, you were doing the green one, right?
Yes, that is correct. Green.
Okay, it is a potion of force resistance.
All right, Matt, you got that?
Potion of force resistance. Yeah, Broly's got it.
Okay, and then I'll ritual cast Identify on the blue potion.
Okay. Spend another 10 minutes. That one is a potion of cold resistance.
We should probably give that one to Desmond.
I will gladly
Since
accept it.
Matt and I are already
Yeah.
resistant to cold. Alrighty, I wonder what the others, the black one was.
Maybe potion of
Necrotic resistance.
Yeah.
Alright, where to next?
Quick question. So what's force?
You know how when I, sometimes my, it's like, you know how I shove things with my mind?
Yeah.
That's like forcing.
Okay. So like if
Yeah.
somebody's like shoving me around. Got it.
Yeah.
Some spells, I believe, use force as well, so...
Dope. Cool.
All right. So I guess that leaves just that tunnel in the other room now.
You guys ready to go tunneling?
Yeah. Do you guys need me to still go upright or?
No, you just walk normal, like us.
Nah, I think I'm good, bro.
Then why did you even ask?
Well, I just wanted to see if you guys wanted to like join, but
I don't think I can. I don't think I could do that.
yeah, I'm not even the best at
Remember
it.
when I tried to do the flip?
Oh yeah, I definitely remember that.
Yeah. I think that's not my strong suit.
All right. I'll go down first this time. I don't have any more ropes, so
Yeah, this is like, it's just a straight drop. You can see like a room below you. It's like just a 12-foot drop.
So that's gonna be fall damage, right?
Yeah, it would be unless you have more ropes.
Do
You
you?
guys got rope?
Well,
I have
yeah.
rope.
Do you want my hemp rope of 50 feet or my silk rope of 50 feet?
Where'd you pick up silk rope?
I don't know, but it's in my inventory.
Yeah, I don't remember. I remember there being silk rope. I just can't remember where that was. But yeah,
was
I
it-
have my 50-foot hemp rope as well.
Dang, why'd you guys get so much more rope? I only got 25
Wow,
feet.
my
but-
silk rope is worth 10 gold pieces.
Oh no, I had 50 feet of rope. So
Yeah,
Wait,
it's-
actually, I have 250 feet rope, so I have 100-foot rope.
Yeah, and it's half of it hemp and half of it silk.
I don't. I just it just says hempen rope 50 feet, and I have quantity of 2.
Oh, yeah, see, I have hempen 50 and silk 50.
You know,
I'm not wasting my nice silk rope.
Yeah, no, I gotta keep
yeah.
the silk rope.
yeah, let's
Yeah.
use some hempen. Let's use like 12 feet of, or no, we can just we'll have to tie it to something, so I'll put another pit nearby, tie it, and then just do like 15 feet of rope, and then
Okay,
we can climb down and leave it here.
sure.
Sorry, it's like you get all 50 or none of it, honestly, because it's not like a magic rope. It's like if you cut off, then it's gone.
Well, then you
so-
just have, you can just split the hempen rope into two, of different lengths,
I,
right?
I prefer not to split my 50 feet of rope up because then it's harder to carry on my person, and so it's just
Okay, we'll use all 50.
all right.
I'm going down.
All right, you heading down?
Yep.
Okay. Let me reveal. Okay, so yeah, actually that's the exact spot you would be in.
Oh, nice.
So this room contains 2 metal cages, both badly damaged. Nearby, 2 roughly dug tunnels, one in the ceiling that you came out of, and one in the floor, lead to other areas. Narrow windows along the bowed outer wall afford you a glimpse of the earth into which this structure seems to have impaled itself.
Pretty good view.
Yeah. Oh, are these arrow slits that see the?
No, those are the windows, so it's just
Those are the
rubble.
windows. So those are just rubble on that. Oh, okay. And where's the other tunnel?
Right where Broly and Scrappy are, basically. Yeah.
Oh, I see. So that's the one going down.
Yeah, the one in the ceiling, it doesn't show on the player map. But it's like,
Gotcha.
literally, it's right where your token was.
Okay. You guys want to go to this door?
Yeah, let's go to the door.
All right.
Okay.
Be on guard, with these cages. Maybe we should investigate the cages.
Okay. This room, there's an upside-down table sitting in the middle of the room with books scattered around it. Clinging to the bowed outer wall is an upside-down fireplace. Along that same wall is a window with nothing but hard-packed earth behind it.
I'm going to investigate these books.
Sure. Give me an investigation check. Okay, 11. You look around, you see a lot of these are still a lot of damaged book. This time you find 2 that are maybe readable still. Both in Elvish again. The first one is titled Ajimar's Guide to the Fantastic. Fantastic spelled PH instead of F.
Ooh.
Okay.
And then the second one, excuse me. The second one is The Unfettered Mind.
The okay. And how high up is the fireplace?
It's like probably like 8 feet up.
He's Scrappy. We should do the maneuver again so I can see if there's anything in this.
Scrappy has gone mute.
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I must not have heard me. I'm here.
As that goes.
All right, I'm gonna climb on your back again. And I'm gonna stand up, and we're gonna see if there's anything in this fireplace.
Alrighty.
All right, I climb up, and I'll investigate the fireplace.
Sure, go ahead and roll.
I'm not within a foot of it, so that's a normal roll.
19. You don't see anything meaningful in there. A lot of like rubble and packed earth, but doesn't seem to be anything interesting.
Dang. I was hoping he was hiding something in here.
What are you guys doing up there?
Looking for treasure.
It's honestly kind of weird down here. I don't know if you guys are feeling it too, but like, I'm starting to like feel my heartbeat in like my face. Is that like is that like a symptom of this tower?
No, it's a symptom of being upside down for extended periods of time.
But what? Why? What?
Because you're walking on your hands, so gravity.
So wouldn't it go to my hands?
Well, it's going to both your hands and your head, but your brain is, larger than yours. So
Desmond,
you get the rush of...
you flatter me. Yes, my brain is large. I understand.
Yeah, so it's taking up all your blood. It's pooling.
Dope. All right. Well, all right. I'll let you know if things develop further.
Okay.
Broly continues his handstands.
I'm gonna open this door.
Okay.
I'm gonna draw my sword just in case.
So, this appears to be a collapsed staircase. You imagine it probably connects to the one in the hallway above you. But yeah, it's completely collapsed. Unusable.
Nothing in that one, gang.
There is actually something. You do see there is, it looks like buried in the rubble is a human skeleton in really tattered robes.
I will investigate the skeleton.
Sure. You do see it has like a nice looking ring on it, but besides that, nothing really catches your eye.
The skeleton has a ring, but I've adopted a new policy of not taking things off of dead people.
I mean, I'm always down for some dope jewelry.
Alright, there's a ring on this guy.
I can't really take it right now. My hands are a little occupied.
They can become unoccupied real quick.
Alright, fine. Really gets on up, goes on over, plucks over a ring.
Okay.
Dope.
You can add the, I don't know, apprentice's ring to your inventory.
Dope. Got a ring.
Alright. What's over here?
So this room... so you see the room contains the shattered remains of a desk and some chairs.
John would be so upset.
I was thinking he'd be ecstatic because he got materials to make more chairs.
I thought he'd be upset because, the destruction of chairs.
True. I guess it just comes down to whether or not how he views the world. Is he a chairs are broken guy?
A chair's half built or chair's half broken.
Desmond, it's interesting. Exactly. In the middle of that conversation, when you stepped into the room, you just stopped hearing anything.
Well, and it really just makes you think about everyone's outlook on life is what really are we? Are we just
I'm watching Broly talk and I can't hear anything. And I'll try talking back to him. I can't hear you.
You don't hear that.
But can I see him?
You can see him. He looks like he's saying something. He looks like he's mouthing words to you, but not saying anything.
I'm cupping my hands around my mouth.
I turn around to Scrappy. Scrappy, I think I've lost my hearing. Hello, Scrappy? Oh no, I think I can hear you. I thought it was.
Okay.
I thought it was the handstands that everything was rushing to my ears now.
Why is Desmond trying to talk? I've been looking at this fireplace.
Yeah. I don't know. Could you like sign over to him that we can't hear him? Do
I
this.
will put my hands around my neck and make like a choking symbol.
I will step back into the room. Are you all right?
You can hear him.
Dude, that was really weird. I couldn't hear you, and I thought I
Yeah.
lost all of my hearing.
Yeah, I couldn't hear you guys either.
Okay.
Some sort of spell, I guess, cutting off sound.
Hmm.
Was there anything in there?
Well, I got distracted by the sound effect. I'll go back in and I'll see if there's anything of note.
Sure, you can roll an investigation check.
Detective Desmond on the case.
You do not see anything of interest here.
Yeah, it's a wash.
My guess is that it's the room. It's the thinking room.
Mm-hmm.
You go in
you
there,
just
you
go
sit down
like
on a chair, and you just think.
Well, there's only one more room left on this floor. If I'm visualizing the tower correctly in my mind. I'll wait for the squad to be in the room. Alright, and then open it.
Takes me a little longer to get there.
So, like, the doors are like 4 feet up, so is he huffing?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm having to get right to climb over and then to get back on my hands.
Yeah, he's really going out of his way to continue being a handstander here. So this room, you see a spiral staircase. However, if you just try to go down a few feet, you quickly see that it's too choked with rubble to be passable.
Alright.
All right. Whose rope are we using this time?
Well, we used all 50 of yours previously.
Yeah, we used my 50 hempen.
I will investigate these cages before we go down.
Sure.
I
I mean, one of them is empty, and the other one it very clearly has something in it. It looks like a insect person, not alive, but yeah, it looks like the remains of some like insect creature. If you want, you can do a nature check to see if you can identify what it is.
I got no
Yeah,
idea.
you have no idea.
It's an ant. A big ant. Well, okay.
Scrappy, we using your rope?
50 feet of him?
Yep, I got 100. So
Oh yeah, we'll use only 50 of it.
all right, let's use it.
Everyone, give me a perception check as well.
Oh.
Broly and Desmond, you hear like a rumbling sound from like somewhere further below you.
I don't know if you guys heard that. Maybe from my vantage point, I can hear it better. But below, there was some rumbling sound.
Alright. I will go down, sword out. So it's lower.
1 second. Broly writes himself up. Just give me like 30 seconds. It's real.
Alright.
I was starting to see, like, you ever get like when your eyes start like bugging out to the point where you think they're gonna like pop out? Yeah, I think I was starting to get there. Okay, I think I'm good now. I think I'm good.
Okay. Alright. Going down.
Alright, give me a sec. Okay. So you would land. I'll just move your token. Right there. So this room. This chamber appears to have been a wizard's laboratory, as evidenced by the upside-down storage cupboards and empty shelves fastened to the walls, the shattered glass and alchemical equipment strewn across the floor, and the arcane symbols painted on what is now the ceiling. In the middle of this space, 5-foot-way passageways punched through the ceiling as well as the floor lead to other levels. Near them, a partially collapsed wall exposes a room that lies beyond to the west.
Well, I say we investigate these regular doors first before we hop over the chasm.
Yeah, that chasm looks a little spooky.
What'd you say?
That chasm looks a little spooky, so I'll just go to this door here.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I'm thinking.
So this door, you imagine, is probably where that spiral staircase above would have led to had it not been unpassable. But yeah, it appears to be empty.
Alright, this door.
Okay, one sec. If it'll let me... Hello? Let me fucking reveal? Okay. Sec. Okay. So in the room, this room looks kind of different to the others you've seen for a couple reasons. So it looks like some effort has been taken to arrange the contents of this upside down room, creating what appears to be a functional office. A table stands in the middle of the room, surrounded by small stacks of books, and lying on the table is a whirring amulet on a chain. Additionally, 2 figures stand behind the table. One of them is an undead warrior in studded leather armor, its dead gray flesh drawn tightly over its bones, and its face locked in a terrible scowl. The other is an attractive young man in cold weather clothing. His face, beneath a frayed witch's hat, displays studious eyes and a warm smile, and he looks over at you. Ah, welcome to the Lost Spire of Netheril. My name is Dazan. It's nice to meet you. Finally, some people that can actually help me out here. Come in. Don't be shy.
Alright. I glance back at the others. You step through.
And
So,
for those
they
of you that
standing
were
on the
there
screen?
for Dazan's execution, this looks exactly like him. Like,
Oh.
it is the guy that you saw burned at the stake.
Are they standing on the
The
ceiling?
Wizard of Thay, right?
No, they're on the now floor.
The now floor. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the Red Wizard of Thay?
Yeah, looks like it.
Okay.
Who's also
Oh.
part of the Arcane Brotherhood.
Yeah.
Which are 2 different things.
Yeah, they're 2 different things.
And so he's just like on the Venn diagram in the middle.
Yeah. Yeah, the Wizards of Thay are a group of wizards from the country of Thay, like way out in the southeast.
Mm-hmm.
He just happened to have... That's like where he's from, but he like came over to the Arcane Brotherhood to join them, basically, is what you know.
Hello. I think we've met once before. It was brief.
Well, maybe. I don't believe you and I have met. You may have met my master, but not exactly the same person. So I apologize. I don't know you at all.
My name's Desmond.
Desmond, nice to meet you.
You as well.
Who are your friends?
Hi, the name's Broly Flounder. You've probably heard of me. I am speaker and influencer of Good Mead. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
I've not heard of you, but it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Oh.
And I'm Scrappy. I make things and
Scrappy.
I kill things.
Make things and kill things. Straightforward. Nice to meet you. Well, I'm happy to see you. You know, I'm in a bit of a bind right now, and I could use some assistance if you'd like. But any particular reason you stumbled upon this place? I thought it was pretty well hidden.
Your master was a member of a group. Did he tell you about this group?
Yes, we're a part of the Arcane Brotherhood.
Yes. Vellynne had heard about your master's demise, and she wanted us.
Wait, what do you mean?
Your master was captured in East Haven some time ago, and the people of East Haven executed him.
He kind of like looks down for a second. Well, that adds up. See, Corinthus, that's why he wasn't responding to me. I told you something was wrong. You see the undead creature just looks at him and just like shakes his head at him. He's like, well, that's very problematic. But right, it makes sense. He wasn't responding to my messages at all.
Wait, so are you not Dazan?
Well, depends on how you look at it. Yes, no. I'm his simulacrum. I don't know if you're familiar with magic. I guess a copy of him, you could say.
Gotcha. That's pretty dope.
He created me, so I'm not exactly real in the same sense that you all are, but yeah, I'm real to some degree.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a life spark though, and that's the problem.
Well, what seems to be the issue here?
Well, now we've got a bit of issue. See, and he looks up at the zombie. See, Corinthos, are we okay with this now? And the zombie just kind of like sighs, like, yeah, okay. It's like, thank you. See, I stumbled upon these ruins and found something very fascinating in the upper. Oh my god. The floor directly below us right now in this it's so confusing. This tower's upside down, you see. So it's, what is up and what is down? You really have to think about it. Well, I found a chamber that I believe can turn illusion to reality. So I'm thinking I may be able to make myself real. Now, Corinthus here didn't want to try it because he said, oh, well, I don't want you trying to take over the master's position. But if the master's gone now, that position's open, so... And Corinthus is like, no, I guess it's fine. Thank you. So, the problem, in order to operate this device, from my understanding, someone that's alive has to actually operate the machine. And, well, myself and Corinthus here don't have that spark, if you will. So we were hoping that we would maybe stumble upon someone that would be able to assist us here, and then you lovely people came along, and, well, be very appreciative if you could help me out here.
Yeah, seems like something we could do.
Fantastic! Yeah, I knew you were great when I saw you. Well, actually, interesting enough, there's another problem, very slight problem. There's a creature down there. Now, it wasn't there at first. However, it stumbled upon the ruins here, and it came down, and then it came down again, and then it came down again. And then we had to, rough it up a bit, and we didn't exactly kill it. We just kind of pushed it down the hole to the next floor, and it's not able to climb up. So, it's still down there, doing its thing, making noise. So that will probably need to be dealt with. The issue... See, I'm kind of tapped on spells. One of the problem with not being, one of flesh and blood, I can't exactly recover my arcane abilities, so I burned a lot of them trying to contact my master to no avail.
Yeah, normally what I do is I sleep for 8 hours.
That's the problem. can't do that. So here we are, mostly tapped of abilities, and I don't know if I'd last if I went down there and tried to rough it up myself.
What was this creature?
It looked to be a basilisk of some kind. Very nasty creatures. Turn people to stone if you look at them too much.
Oh, that sounds pretty bad.
It's pretty scary. Now, Krintos would be happy to help you, wouldn't you, Krintos? Yeah, I can help. See, great. He'd be able to assist you, but I'm going to stay up here if that's alright. Like I said, I'm a bit fragile in my current state. I don't want to risk anything.
All right.
If we do this for you, what will you do for us?
Well, I guess that's a good question, isn't it? Is there anything you want of me? I'm happy to help out.
You guys have any thoughts?
No, we're here looking for a book or information regarding a book.
What book in particular? I mean, there's plenty of books around here, but some of them are kind of, they bit the dust.
My notes.
Codicil of Light?
Codicil of Light, yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. I don't have it here. I have an idea of where it is, though. Why are you looking for that?
Well, our friend and maybe a mutual friend Vellynne is looking for it.
Sorry, go on. What? Continue. I want to hear your story.
Vellynne said...
What did she say?
She said it was here and that it would maybe help us get rid of the snow. Break open a glacier.
Okay, well, most of that's legit. But yeah, she's I wouldn't mess with her too much. She's she's as cold as uncaring as they come. You know, she's a withered old fool, but her biggest asset is her family name, which does her no good here. So she's kind of not as powerful as, well, okay, I guess right now I shouldn't be talking much shit because I'm kind of in a bad situation here. But as far as general Arcane Brotherhood members go, she's the lowest of the low. So it's odd that, I guess I shouldn't say odd. Not surprising that she's wrapping up somebody to do her dirty work for her.
She seems pretty nice, so I don't know.
Well, she's not a bad person, don't get me wrong. But she's, incompetent outside of towns where she can flaunt around her money.
So she's just like a rich lady.
Rich old lady, yes. Uses her money and family named. I think that, from my understanding, that's how she even got into the Brotherhood. Most people see myself. They scouted me for my magical capabilities. But her, she bought her way in. Not to say she can't, have some powers of her own, but it wasn't earned like some people.
What's so special about her family name?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not from the area, but apparently her family's famous in Luskan, I believe. See, I'm from Thay, so I'm new to the region. Even Luskan, I've only been there for a few years. But, yeah, old blood, I guess. Old money is probably a good way to put it.
Well, yeah. Any information you have about the book, we would greatly appreciate. We're also looking for Nass. Apparently, she turned on Vellynne at some point.
Wow! Surprise, surprise. Yeah, she's not very trustworthy. She's been caught a few times trying to pry knowledge from people, reading their thoughts. So it's not surprising she would try to turn on her.
Wow, this is a little eye-opening. I'm sorry, I'm just taking it all in. It's not every day you find out one of your friends is not the most friendly.
Well, it's you could consider us rivals. It's not that we're antagonistic towards one another. Hell, myself and Vellynne were working together before we kind of went our own separate ways. But yeah, think of us more as rivals rather than antagonistic toward each other. But everything I said about her still is true.
Got you.
How do we go down to where the basilisk is?
I don't know. How did you get down to this lair? Probably the same way.
We've been using rope. What's in the chamber beyond the hole?
Not sure. Like a shrine of some kind? I couldn't figure out anything useful in there.
I think we'll take a look at that before we go down and do this.
By all means.
And what was your associate's name again? Kranoff?
Krintas.
Krintoff.
He's very polite, but he scares some people off being, you know, a big undead warrior and all that.
Well,
But he consider him my bodyguard.
Yeah, we have a doorman that's a mummy. So it's not our first meeting with the
Oh,
undead.
perfect. Then you won't be too scared of him then, I'm sure.
Is this an acrobatics check to get across, I wonder?
No, you can just jump it. It's just 5 feet.
Okay, you just jump it. Ooh.
So this area, so you see a stone altar is attached to the ceiling of this otherwise empty semicircular room. An 8-pointed star is carved into the eastern face of the altar. If you want to give me a religion check to see if you recognize the symbol, you can certainly do that.
I would.
"17. You do recognize this. This is the symbol of Mistral, who is generally considered the first incarnation of Mistra, the god of magic.
Same spitting.
Yeah, there's an altar to a magic god in here. How high up is it?
It would be 9 feet up.
9 feet up. Wow. What's my vertical?
Well, what do you need from the shrine? Isn't it just
I don't
like
know.
it's just a shrine?